How did his cologne taste? Was it good?
Yo, it's still, I can still smell it in here, dude. It's kind of a little musky, a little generic.
All right, let's get to this song. And my computer won't do it. Look at that. Fucking killing it. We just died. Oh. No, we're not doing that. All right. My computer doesn't want to do that. So much for the intro song, but it's Tuesday night, Toke, and we're here live with special guest, Rasta. Jeff, brother. How the hell are you doing, man?
I'm great, man. Thank you guys for having me. I was just getting my audio set up right on time, too. I barely clicked that button right as you introduced me.
Ah, excellent. It's perfect timing then. Thanks for joining us. It was it's been a few weeks trying to get you on there. We reached out to you when we had a cancellation. I was trying to do like a superhero save the day and get you on in replacement there, and then fuck schedules happen and all that. And
yeah, stupid outdoor season had everybody scrambling.
Yeah, that's the way it is though, man. It's life sometimes, right?
Especially now. Yeah, it's great though. I can't complain. We were tied down for so long. I'm excited just to be out doing shit.
Yeah, it's nice. It's one of the good things about getting to work on the road in my line of work is at least you're out moving around. You might not be doing the things you want to be doing, but you're out and moving around at least.
Yeah, getting some freedom feels good again.
Yeah, absolutely. So, been to any good comedy shows lately? It seems like just about every show you're updating us on a new comedy show you've been to. Any good ones?
Yeah, I've seen the last week I saw Dave Attell on Sunday and Christina Pazinski on Thursday. So those are the last two. Saw Doug Benson just before that. Saw Brennan Shaw before that. Brian Callen this month. I probably saw 10 or 12 comedy shows. I'm going to say 8 or 9 comedy shows realistically in the month of October.
Fuck, that's decent.
Yeah. Dave Attell killed it, dude. He killed it. He does something in his act that I don't want to ruin for everybody, but halfway through his act, he decides, now it's time for this. And that's when the party starts. That once that thing, if you go to see him, you'll know, and you'll say, that's what Jeff was talking about. You'll know. It's really good.
Dude, Dave puts on one of the funniest shows I think I've ever seen. That dude is a genius.
A genius. A madman. There's no pressure, no rush. He just sits there and he's like, oh, a joke? Here's a fucking joke. And then he'll wait and let you laugh. And then he's just like an old guy sitting on the stoop in New York is what he reminds me of. Like there's no try. There's no ego to it. It's just how he is. He is just funny. That's just naturally what he do. Yeah.
Was it him that did that Bumping Mike special with another comedian on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so well done.
Jeff Ross.
Yeah, that was really well done, I thought.
Toward the end of the show, he brought out the opening act and they did some bumping mics together. So that was kind of cool.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'd love to see that. See, that's the shitty thing about living in a small town up here is we just don't get awesome stuff like that.
Bro, I drive 135 miles each direction for comedy shows, and I go every Thursday and every Sunday. So
nice.
Small town location distance is not an excuse. Go where the shit is.
That sounds almost addictive to you, man. Like, do we gotta put you in a meeting?
Maybe. Almost.
Right.
If it was something negative, yeah, we'd have to. If we were going to the Ho House that often, we'd have to check in on me. But it's a comedy club, so I think we're cool.
All right. I'll just check in because
the look on
anything
DP's
good
face
can become addictive. Things you enjoy.
I do. Well, I'm addicted to comedy, bro. There's nothing better than laughing your ass off, and Yep.
I've always said that laughter is the best medicine. And that was right up until the point where I had 4 of my ribs stove in. And then it was like, okay, laughter is the best medicine for everything but busted ribs.
Yeah.
Or abdominal work after you've had some surgery there. Laughing is not the best medicine.
Or actually, I remember the first time I saw the movie Van Wilder was the same day I had all 4 wisdom teeth pulled out. And so you're trying to watch that and like hold your mouth shut at the same time. It's, like some kind of like Santa Claus on drugs or something, man.
Trying to laugh out your stitches, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain I'd have died if that would have happened, especially at like the fucking the donut part.
Yeah.
Game over right there. I'd have lost it, man. I couldn't have done it.
Oh, it was tough. It was tough. I just remember like it's one of those like this movie is so funny, but I'm in so much pain at the same time. Like it was weird.
I did that with Your Pretty Face Is Going to Hell. I first started watching that when I was in bed recovering. And the first episode had me laughing so hard. I was actually in pain, like physical, like tears were coming down my eyes because I was laughing so hard. And I was in so much fucking pain, but I had to finish the episode and there was plenty more to go. But I realized that like, I can't go on. I got to wait until I heal to finish this fucking show because it hurt.
Getting to the dab time here.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
rolling a
digging
blunt. I
into-
can't dab and roll at the same time. Got to end up with a branding like my friend has over here. You should see this. That's a hardcore dabber. The branding she's got on her arm from the dab straw. She missed the silicone and whacked her on. Yeah, I'll show it out. I'll show you in a minute.
Did you catch a buzz? Did you get high?
Well, since we're talking about dab burns, that's how I found out my 18-year-old daughter smokes dabs. She got in the car to hang out, and she had a little burn right about here. And I was like, I knew what it was. I knew. I could tell by the shape. I was like, I go, what'd you do to your arm? And she goes, Haley burnt me with the dab nail. And I just looked at her like, you're not even going to try? Like, you're just going to tell me, like, straight up what it was? And she's like, yeah. She, like, realized what she said. I was like, you just snitched right on yourself, dude. But I don't care. You're 18 and you're my kid. So, like, whatever. And I was like, all right. And then she just kind of looked at me and she goes, the question is, when do we dab? And I told her, when you show up with some good concentrates, dude, I'm not smoking your boo-boo shit.
Oh, I should do that to my kid. He'd be sitting there lost because he don't grow shit.
Right.
He just looks at daddy like, hey, dad, can I have some weed? Little fucker. Should have pulled
Right.
out. Fuck.
Right. Mow the lawn or something. Fuck.
Yeah.
No.
No, I got him working, but you want to see a dab damage? Show you this. Wow, you're gonna make me turn this.
Here, I'll see if I can highlight that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Look at that. When it
That's
first
from doing
happened,
Did you
that
just keep doing it, or did you?
no, that was an instant touch.
God damn.
Like she was going into one of those circles and she missed it for a second and it fucking bumped her arm, man.
Well, you should get her a nice dab rig, dude.
You guys need to start.
Making her
Yo. She's
Some
not my
motherfuckers
girl.
over there.
I have my
Motherfuckers
own to
over
deal
there
with.
dabbing like it's fucking 2000
I
red
was
hot.
gonna
and
say
shit.
it doesn't need to be red glowing hot.
I've been.
Here, look.
You hear this? Hold on. Say it again, guys. It doesn't have to be what? It doesn't have to be red glowing hot.
No, it doesn't. Not
That's
even
what I was
close.
gonna say. I was like, start taking some low dab temps, man. I should must have been like, it's red hot, hurry.
No,
Yeah.
that's her mentality. All right, shit's going
All right,
bang. Like I'd be trying to tell her, slow down. I told her I was
There's
gonna get her one that doesn't require a freaking flame because apparently she can't be trusted.
There's something I like about a real hot dab, though. Like normally I'll go medium temp, but when I want to really get it, like too hot, there's something just about that, like,
Yeah, I hear you. Make you sweat. Get that.
Yeah, you start taking layers off. You're like,
yeah.
an abdomen. It's like you did 1,000 crunches like in like 1 minute because you're like so tightened
My
up.
palms get sweaty. Nobody
Yeah.
can see it. But my
You
palms
want to
just
be
start
careful doing a hot dab because I actually broke my rib from coughing off a dab. No joke.
I believe it.
Congratulations.
Sometimes I feel a pop. I feel a pop right under here, under my rib when I'm coughing. I was like, oh, what is that? You know,
That's your
like
floating rib. That's
I don't
your
know what the
floating
fuck
rib
that is,
around.
but it's not happy.
Exactly. So like your bottom ribs are attached by cartilage, not bone.
Yeah.
So it can easily break and it
Yeah.
fucking hurts like a bitch.
So,
That's what that is. Okay, that's my rib almost breaking. Good to know.
Since you don't get off until you cough, were you like the highest you had ever been?
RJ,
Don't
what do you
cough
think about
like
that? What do you think about that last waffle y'all did on Discord, man?
Ooh, that was amazing.
Yo,
Dude,
that
that was
shit-
amazing.
Amazing.
I couldn't keep up with it. I thought that I was going to come home every couple of days and add a couple of packs. And I came home and I was like, oh, 5 more packs. Okay. Oh, more packs. Add more packs. Like, I just couldn't keep up. So I was blown away. I'm going to do even better for Christmas.
No.
Yeah. We'll do
You
even better for
unlock that
Christmas.
Vespa, you gonna unlock that Vespa scooter?
That Irie Vespa. That'd be pretty
Irie.
good. Little red, gold, and green scooter.
I want a Lambretta if we can choose.
I'll ruin the surprise right now and just tell everybody it's a bunch of autos.
Yeah, it's a bunch of auto flowers in the next auction. That's gonna
Yes.
piss everybody off.
Whoops.
The future.
We
I
should
don't
do
mess with
that
autos.
just to be douchebags.
That wouldn't even be douche, bro. They would sell
I know.
out in a beat, man. Irie autos would sell out. If anybody's hearing this and I see it on the market, I'm gonna be pissed. Not as bad as Rasta Jeff is gonna be pissed, but I'll be just as pissed.
I've spoken with an automaker, and he's got a couple of my cuts, but I won't be involved in what happens next. But he's got my
Yeah.
blessing and my permission. So
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. I've said it for a while, man. And if I was in a legal state, I'd probably tinker with it a little bit myself, dude. But I can't, dude. I got so much going on. I can't risk that. I just signed the
Yeah.
petition though to fucking allow the home grow down here in Florida. They're trying to do get it on the ballot for 9 per adult, 2 adult maximum per household. So it'd be 18 plants max.
oh,
per
that's
household.
nice.
That's enough for me. I live by myself. I could get a fake freaking adult tenant, take his freaking
Yeah.
9. I'd be happy. Shit, I'd be
Yep.
happy with 9. What the fuck? I'd be happy with 2 right now, dude. What the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah.
That's
Oh, I
0.
do well with I kill it with 12. Like 12 is plenty.
Oh shit. There you
Like,
go.
yeah, 12 is my legal limit, and I kill it with 12. Like,
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I came home from being out of town on Friday after work, my license renewal with the new address and all that was on it. That's 244 plants I can now fuck.
Damn. That's some work. That's
Now
farm.
that sounds like I might have a big ass grow room going down in the basement. And the reality is I'm growing in a 4x4 tent and a 20 by 36-inch tent for the moment. I got nothing special going on, but when I get into a bigger place, I do have that ability to get impressive if I want.
See, I'm happy with 3 or 4. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
With more
I do
numbers-
well off of that.
With more numbers, I would just be faster because I wouldn't have to veg as long. I would just be the plants would be this tall, and I would flip, and then have another crop right behind it and flip. It would just
Gotcha.
constant crops. Yeah,
I'm going to be doing some serious pheno hunting through my catalog of CBD stuff.
Yeah.
We just found out my stepdaughter yesterday. She's been diagnosed with epilepsy. So it's
no.
kind of a big hit to our household. But I've already got some CBD elevated strains that I've been working on. And when this whole thing kind of came to light that she may or may not be having seizures about 4 or 5 months ago, it was like, okay, let's get ready for this. We've got some shit. So now that's where now I can just say the Spider Girl, that's Charlotte's Web by Violator by Chemdog Afghani. And so just pheno hunt through all 3 of my phenos that I have and just see if I can find which one's got which, and then start really playing around, see if we can start making some medicine.
I was watching a YouTube video and who was it? Ziggy's Garden was in chat and he was saying that he was in the middle of cutting down one of the Spider Girls.
That's exciting. I can't wait to see what their thoughts on that one are. LA Canterbury, New York, over in New York. If you might not have guessed that one, he's been posting some really good looking pictures to that stuff too. I can't wait to see what how that one comes out.
What kind of shit you got going on, Jeff? What kind of medicine do you keep for yourself?
Let me say one thing first. Jeff, I commend you for the public service announcement on your podcast about protecting our seed.
Thank you.
We don't want those fucking things, we're not trying to make hemp oil here.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe how many seeds I get in them. People are so proud. Hey, bro, I sent you some shit. And I'm like, I'm excited. And I get it. And I'm like, I just sent him a picture of it. Just like, that's what you sent me, bro. So when you ask me how it went, this is what we got out of it. It's dust. So yeah, that's sad. Somebody asked what I'm smoking. There was kind of a multiple question sort of attack. It felt like there. Right now, I'm going to dab some Green Dot Labs garlic banger. Most of what I grow and work with is seeded. So we make BHO out of the seeded material sometimes, but most of the time it's so beat up from getting the seeds out of it that most of what I grow isn't viable for making concentrates. I do small run pheno hunts in a 3x3, but I just do small plants. So that's what I smoke a lot of the times is just pheno hunt weed. That's usually like when I'm looking for keepers and testers and shit. I'm always smoking Pheno hunt weed.
When you're doing a small Pheno hunt like that, how tall do you grow them before you actually give them a flip? Do you like just let it go a week or two and then flip them, or?
The first run usually happens in a beer cup, and I veg them about, I guess that's 4 or 5 inches tall, and then flip them. Like just let them start branching, and then as soon as they start showing me branches, I flip them.
Okay.
Because I'm not looking for giant plants with a bunch of yield. I'm looking to see if are they intersex? That's like my first question. Are they intersex? Are they crazy fucking mutants? Then when they grow, do they give me problems? Do they herm out at week 8? You know, because I need to find that out before you guys do. And I don't want to I always talk about, why do we spend like 8 weeks vegging out a plant we don't even know what it does? So I veg it for days, just a couple of weeks, and flip it. And then I find out if the seeds are worth the shit. And then if I like them, then I send them out to the testers and let those guys test them. And they grow them a little bit bigger than me. And then once I find phenotypes and shit that I like, then I put them in my grow and grow them big, grow them normal, 3-gallon pots, 6-week veg.
Wouldn't want to sell somebody some seeds that end up molding up the plants now, would you?
Yeah, that would be amazing if I could figure out how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
Yo, that guy was extra as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
How did you blame the breeder? Because your conditions were fucking all molding your shit up, dude.
And then other people told me that I was the 3rd breeder that month that he'd gone off on, blaming his problems on. So he had another problem with the breeder before me and another problem with the breeder before that their seeds were causing mold in his grow. So
I didn't understand how that's anybody's logical thought when all that depends on environment. Like,
that's
my favorite part of the whole situation. My favorite part of the whole thing was I was away. I was gone working, and I came home to my computer and saw all this shit happening, and I didn't even have to do anything. All of my crew was just like, bah, 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 and they just shot him down, roasted him, chopped him up into pieces, put him in a pan and fried him. I didn't have to say shit to that guy. It was pretty good. It went pretty well for me. Yeah, I got a good team out there.
What I would have loved to have seen, just for, because I think it would have been really comical, is like an actual explanation on how that is the breeder's fault as opposed to any other thing out there. Because it's been, for the majority of my growing career, it is, environmental. Sometimes it's stuff you can control. Sometimes, like if you're outdoor, you can't control stuff, right? Sometimes you can and can't, but it's just, I've never heard where it's actually the guy who, all you ever did was actually put those seeds into a container for him, right? Your involvement ended there. Like how
yeah. If the plants would have intersexed or been mutants or something shitty happened, I would have given him full account. I would have taken full accountability, but the mold is not me. And I even offered the dude, I was like, do you want free seeds? And he said no. And I said, do you want your money back? And he said no. And then I said, what do you want? And then he said nothing. And I was like, we're done. But he just wanted to keep going. So
he wanted to bash your reputation. That's all.
All he did was ruin his. All he did was he just proved that he doesn't know what he's doing. Just more testimony of how I'm wrong is all that was. All right, I'm gonna take a dab and we'll move on from that. That guy already got more of our time than he deserves.
All right, I think that's it.
Agreed.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve our 30 seconds.
Very.
Who's that girl?
Mama.
He's fine.
Did that keep cutting out for you guys too, and it was on the screen, or is that just me?
I was trying to catch up the chat. I wasn't even looking. I'm sorry.
What did you say?
Oh, it was just when I had the dab frog going, it would be like it would be playing, and the screen will go black, and then it comes back, and then it goes black, and then it go black.
Yes.
And I try to figure out. I've had shitty internet connection. It's kind of that time of night where people go back to the hotel rooms and they fire up their laptop and their phone and their tablet and every other device imaginable. I'm a saint because I've only got a laptop and a phone going at once instead of every fucking device imaginable.
Well, everybody's taking a dab. I'm gonna shout out Lobster real quick. He gave me a huge. He sent out a bunch of his stickers and stuff like that. I designed a little logo for him a long time ago, and he has a little container. He said this won second place in his flower rosin category. So that's what I'm gonna be doing a dab on tonight. Is his strawberry starburst. flower rock. I really appreciate that. He also sent some strawberry starburst seeds. I'm really stoked about that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Also, he sent me a bunch of slaps and stuff like that. He gave me one of your pretty face, RJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got that pretty mug to slap up somewhere. You know what I mean? So
I'm concerned where you're gonna put that.
for mad love, he also sent a moon mat. Fucking dope. And he also sent a little mushroom pindy. That's always dope. Gotta love the mushy love. Can of fan love. Appreciate the fuck out of it, man. Really
You know where that
appreciate
RJ slap's going? It's going right above his bed so he can stare at it all night. And think about shit.
Jeez.
Oh, and on the inside of my girlfriend's hand, probably.
I was gonna say right next to the lotion. We're all on the same page.
I was just gonna stick it on the lotion bottle to save steps.
Right.
Well, you got DP's got the look on his face like busted.
Damn. That dab wrecked me. I don't know if anybody can notice. That dab put me on another planet for a moment. That was nice. I needed that.
That's good. That's the
Just
way.
happened Sunday morning. I took a fatty hash rosin dab right for my wake and bake, and I was 45 minutes of just.
I love those dabs when your friends check on you later. You're like, hey, you haven't said anything since you took that. You're like, I'm perfect. Like, I'm good. Can we go back to this no talking thing?
Happens to me every time on edibles, man. I can't do it before the show. I'm just like up here too much, and I'm like,
would you stop talking to me? I'm trying to figure out how to breathe over here.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've
one thing at a
totally been
time.
there off edibles. That's me on mushrooms. Like everybody wants to do shit and go do stuff on shrooms, and I'm like, when I eat shrooms, I just want to sit there. I get real thinky. Real thinky.
Yep. Just play
Yeah,
some
I get the
music.
same way, and I have this weird thing where like I can't drink anything. I don't know why. I don't drink a single thing the whole time I'm on shrooms. It feels
That's weird.
weird, and I don't like it.
I dated a girl that about 45 minutes after she ate shrooms, every 10 or 15 minutes, she would ask you if she peed her pants. She just would swear she peed her pants all the time. So and since I was the dude she was dating, I was the security blanket. Like, you got to check for her. Like, you did not pee. You're okay.
That's too funny.
Did she ever pee?
When she got drunk and fell asleep, yes, but not on shrooms.
Okay.
Times.
So never on shrooms, but she always thought.
You ever try these, RJ? These Grove bags? They're Mylar bags. Supposed to have some kind of terp lock technology.
I've got similar, but not the same thing, but similar. I'm in Colorado, bro. It could stink.
Fluff making me laugh.
Oh, you saw that from her and then you.
Yeah. I'm trying these guys are busting my balls, man, because I'm trying to store my bud in this shit instead of glass jars, man. Because every time I put something in a glass jar, I can't get a handful out of it. I'm like a trapped monkey. My freaking fistful of freaking bud trying to get out of my jar. Yeah, but I can never catch it all.
It's really not.
I can never catch it all.
He can only fist it. He can't catch it.
Wait, you can take a handful out. You just got to get the right goddamn jar.
You gotta get a fat jar, man.
Well, these are supposed to act like a humidity control 50.
When you get those shitty jars, you can't put big fat fucking nugs in them. So you gotta get big fat fucking jars, man.
I never keep nugs that big. I always break them down. I never have a nug that big in a jar.
Yeah, we only get mids down here anyways. I'm waiting for Cookies to open up their dispensary.
So you can get more mids?
Yeah,
you can just pay extra for your mids. That's all.
Buy some fire mids.
Go buy some seeds. He's got to go buy an ounce down there to buy some seeds, right?
Right. Yeah, buy an ounce, get free seeds.
Yeah, good luck.
Imagine if we kept those seeds back in the day.
Bro, I can charge you too much for Cookies packaging if you want me to make some and just mail it to you.
Shit. Hold on.
I think he's already got that covered.
I work at
Don't worry about that. Yeah, he's probably going to come back with one that says Cookies, one that says Runts, one that says he's probably got all the fucking hype Mylars.
Oh,
in there
yeah.
to sell you.
All the Jungle Boys flavors.
You're in for it now, buddy.
Look what I just asked for. Cookies. I heard Burner's sick, though. Big up to Burner. I hope he's well. I heard Burner's sick. I heard a rumor that Burner's sick. I hope he's not. If he is, I hope he does well. We talk a lot of shit, but I really hope Burner's okay. I wouldn't want anybody to be sick.
No,
Gas-
actually, I had just recently heard the same thing, and I went looking after I heard it. I didn't see any articles out that have put it out on social media or anything. But
He has kind of disappeared, if you haven't noticed. He hasn't been around. We haven't seen him on social media or any videos or anything. So big up, Burner. If you're sick, we hope you're well, brother. That's a cool.
packaging.
That gelato one was pretty cool. That color scheme on that one. Gelati. I like that. I like that. I wish I would have made that one.
Rods and all those pretty bags.
People buy them, dude. I'm in the industry of double-edged sword, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Selling these disposable vapes with high nicotine kills me, but I don't even know what to do, bro. What am I supposed to do? Find a regular job? Ain't nobody gonna hire me. I'm a fucking thug. You know? Don't let my pretty looks fool you.
Ain't nobody working today, anyways, man. You all right?
Yeah.
Be part of the crowd, man.
Hey,
Shit.
at least they buying roses from a fucking reputable guy. You know what I mean?
Fucking hey, bro. Listen, dude. I've never sold 100 and something freaking oil burners in a day like somebody else I know.
Oh, I have. I'll tell them we're running out. They better hurry up.
Yeah. So what you got working, RJ? What's new in the works, man?
Oh,
what's
new in the works? I've got clones cut for damn, how much do you guys get to know? I'm definitely making more Lemon Jeffrey, Orange Gasm, Golden Goat. In the same room next to that are the plants to make Red Pill and Blue Pill again. There's also more stuff in there. There might be a Chernobyl in there to make a cross. Reversed Golden Goat to Chernobyl. What? That might be fire. It's already got a name. I know what I'm going to call it. I'm going to release the Saka Souffle and Machine pretty soon. I've sent my ideas for artwork. I'm not an artist, but I sent my rough draft to my artist friend, and he should be touching them up and making them acceptable and making packages out of them. And once I've got the package idea, I'll approve it. He'll print the packaging, send it to me. Then I can actually package the beans, and then we'll figure out a real drop for the Saka Souffle and the Machine. They'll actually come out. I've been hyping them up for a minute. They were going to come out at the Indo Expo, but I don't know if the Indo Expo even exists at this point. So we'll just drop them.
Are you going to call it Glowing Goat?
That's close, but no. The word goat's not in it. Uh-oh. My computer's fucking up. We're getting a spam risk call here.
Uh-oh. So
Those
it's
are not
close.
supposed to come up.
Well,
I got
Rasta-
two Phenos of the Golden Goat, what is it, RBX, I think, right now going.
Just a BX1.
Or the
but
BX1,
cool.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just a BX.
Yeah.
It's actually a BC. Pete's head will blow up if he keeps hearing me say BX. It's a BC for back cross, but F1 Pete has a stroke every time we say that.
Hey, you just got to know what the X means, man. We all know what the X means.
Yeah.
It means the cross.
Yeah. Yep.
But no, man, I love the way that thing's growing. Actually, I just pollinated a Hawaiian within Alaskan Thunderfuck that I was really excited about, but it had a very similar structure to that Golden Goat. So I may play around and fuck around some more with that because it's fun.
It's a fun plant. Anything Golden Goat is potent. Potent. I see Painted Lady commenting in the chat. I just caught up with the chat, and the first thing I see is Painted Lady. Big up to the Painted Lady. I liked her comment a lot.
Yeah, it was classy.
I got a question from Papa Z. He just picked up a pack of R2 seeds yesterday. Can you explain what R2 would mean?
I didn't make those. I didn't label that. So
no, they're not from you. They're from. It's a pack of
It's labeled R2. I think I know who did it. Yeah, if it's labeled R2, it's ethos. So you took we took a plant and reversed it. So you took we'll just say Golden Goat because it's easy for my brain. Took Golden Goat, a female Golden Goat, and took two clones of it. So you got Golden Goat and Golden Goat, the same exact plant, but two cuts. Treat one with a solution to make it create pollen. Then you pollinate the Golden Goat. That is S1. So you've got seeds of that original plant. Then I don't know if he probably grew that batch of seeds, right? That's an R1. The seeds that came out of that are the R1s. You pick one of those that you really like and do two clones of that and cross those. Or he could have done two different seeds out of that batch. I'm not sure how he did it because I wasn't there for that. But he made S1s and then found seeds out of the S1s and then reversed that and pollinated those together. But I don't know if it's the same cut or two different cuts because I wasn't involved.
All right.
But
Yeah, I
that's
had a
the
feeling it was
basics.
probably a process similar along those lines, kind of like what we
Yeah.
consider to be F2s or whatever, or what we'd commonly
It's
refer to as F2s. It's just a feminized product.
just a feminized, exactly. Yeah, just there wasn't a real boy in the mix. We used a female to switcheroo.
And what's the objective when you go to all that trouble to cross and back cross?
Stabilization and locking in and locking out traits. For when you do the Golden Goat BX1, depending on the selections, I feel like there was part luck and part just research and experience. I really selected well to create the first Golden Goat BX1. So they came out like 75% of those look just like the original mom. So if I do it again, I should be able to narrow it down to like 82%. And then if I do it again, I should get it to like 97%. I don't remember the exact numbers, but there's like there's a mathematic equation you can figure out to see if I do it correctly, hypothetically, I should narrow it down to where by the time I'm like to BX4, it should almost look like clones of the Golden Goat every time we grow it. So that's one of the purposes. Sometimes it's also just fun to see when Colin's doing those reverse crosses and things. I think he's just having fun a lot of the time. Like he's got so many people that can do things for him and so much space that it's like, let's just do this over here and see what comes out. And sometimes he hits fucking home runs, and I'm sure there are some that he doesn't ever let us see. Just I do that too. There are some crosses that you guys hear me talking about. Like I pollinated this to this, and 6 months later, you never hear me talk about it because I grew it and it was trash. Like we don't show you guys that part. So he might just be playing around and experimenting and having fun. He's an artist just like us, you know. He's got his own passion. So just do this and this and see what happens over here. Or maybe he had a goal. I wasn't there, but.
Speaking of possible like failures that we've never seen again, do you have one in particular where you had such high hopes for this cross that you're like, fuck, this is just going to be a banger, and then you just go and just nothing or whatever?
Yeah, I got a lemon kush plant from a dispensary years ago, and it was so fire. It smelled so good. It was like lemon pine salt. And you could smell it over there. Like people over there, when you open the bag, people would just gather around. They'd be like, who the fuck's got the good weed? It smelled better than everything. I had a girl of that, and I had a boy of, it was like a pure Afghan, I think. I don't even remember what the boy was at this point. I pollinated a bunch of shit thinking it was all going to be fire anyway, and that I was excited about that lemon kush, and we made so many seeds of it, and we all smoked it and grew it out, and it tasted like lemon candy, but nobody got high. Like you could smoke the whole bag, like all of it. And this was before dabs. We didn't have dabs. Maybe we would have made dabs out of it at this point, but we were smoking all of it. Everybody had their own big hog leg joint. It was like, no, I'm not high yet, bro. Like it was just nobody was getting high off that. And I really shouldn't have done this motion on the fucking screen like that, but whatever happens, happens.
Hey, that only gets screen captured once or twice and, memed out.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
I love the internet. It's cool. But nobody got high at all. So that one, that lemon kush cross, and there were a few other things in there that we just tossed it all. A lot of those seeds went down the toilet because they were trash. We fed them to the birds. Jesse's chickens ate some of them. Those chickens love me.
Prophet might be making those motions right now. Go ahead, Fluffy.
Have you ever fucking just grown something that now is just your personal, or that you and the homies got sitting around that only one motherfucker, Come on.
Some Mac one to arise. There's some Bordello to arise. Yeah, there's some stuff around here that doesn't get circulated. Nobody's got the Grateful Dog but me. Colin from Ethos has the Grateful Dog, but not very many people have the Grateful Dog. So that one doesn't get around very much. My lemon skunk, nobody gets to fuck with but me. I don't share that. So yeah, there's some stuff that just the homies get to smoke on. I got given some machine concentrates a few days ago. I actually gave somebody some machine samplers, and they grew it and harvested it and pressed it into hash rosin, and they gave me a nice little jar of that. That was fire. That was really fire.
That's the machine is really an exciting one. I'm a big chem fan. As a lot of people watching this will agree with that one. So that's another one of those ones. Watching all the testers growing that on Instagram and whatnot. It's like that's badass right there.
It's like gassy, and then sometimes it's got, if you hit the dab at the right temperature, it brings out some cherry flavors at the right temp. But I always go too hot. So when you're going hot, it's like gassy, and it's almost got like a good armpit kind of smell. You ever had dabs that almost have an armpit kind of a scent to it? It's
Yep.
like gassy and armpits, which I'm in. Let's hit it.
And I just had something great from one of the Michigan guys, that Dank Man Dan. He had that dirty Kush breath from In-House Genetics, and that shit was just, it was fucking disgusting. I mean, it would make you gag when you open that son of a bitch up. It really would. It was just gross, fucking gross. Body odor and funk, and like in offensive amounts of it too. Not like just a little bit. Like that shit straight hits you. But man, did it taste so damn good once you get ripping on it.
This rosin has like a almost like a putrid aroma and flavor to it. It's grossly delicious.
That looks great.
It looks really good.
What was that one now?
I'm really regretting
that
my
garlic
decision
banger.
to leave the dabs at home for this week. And
Leave
then
the dabs
especially
at home.
Oh, I
That's
want
a
to
weird
hear
sentence to even say. That's a
Yeah,
weird
I
thing to
forgot I
even say out loud.
That's what that new Boost Evo's for. That thing's pretty
Leave
gnarly.
the dabs at home.
Geek Pro to the shame.
I think you just broke fucking Rasta Jeff.
I think I did.
Like-
It sounds
You
that
did
way.
something to him, man. He like actually repeated that shit like fucking
He's over there.
blasphemy.
He doesn't
I
even
just
know how
wanted
to
to
get
make
out
sure
of
that's
that
what
right
somebody
now.
said.
He was
I was
gonna
like,
like be
really?
like, the power of Christ
My car
compels
won't
you,
start unless
motherfucker.
there's like a gram of fucking dabs in the bag somewhere. The car
Well,
goes when you push the button.
The dabs in our area, to get them from the, because I don't have a free market source of dabs, so I got to go to the dispensaries where you're paying $60 for a gram of shatter, for fuck's sakes.
Wow.
Yeah, so when we do get a bit of dabs there nowadays, until I can at least get a better source, I try and savor them. So I'm away out of town for work for Monday through Friday, so I just bring up a whole whack of flour with me and just kind of make do with that. But I'll tell you what, Friday afternoon when I get home and I fire up that dab rig, it doesn't take too long before I'm pretty much just mentally invalid.
You
Just
said a
so
whole
you
whack.
know, you do have a source.
Ooh,
Letting you know.
Well,
There we
actually, see,
go.
that's the other thing is I'm learning about this whole buying your cannabis off online. There's another guy I met on IG that I don't think I'll leave his name out, even though I don't think you'd actually mind if I shouted him out. But he's with Canadian laws. I've got a huge sack of fucking cannabis coming my way. So it's and then I think we'll I might even give some away on the show here coming up. Just here's a fucking an ounce of weed. Let's see who wants it up in Canada and figure out how to make that happen.
So I'll throw in some dabs for that as well.
That'd be bad.
I gotta go to Canada.
Hey,
Hey man,
Right.
y'all got PO boxes up in Canada, and how do I get one?
You got to come get it. That's the thing.
I
I'll
hold
hold it at my
out
post office for you.
PO boxes. I moved into this house and I like changed my address with all my bills. And I'm like sitting here like, oh, I should have got a bill by now. And then I'm looking around and I'm like, where is the mailbox? And there was no mailbox. And I go into the post office. The whole freaking town has PO boxes. They do not deliver your mail to your door. I was like, what the hell kind of town am I living in, man?
Smallville.
Honestly, that's the good kind of town, because that's the kind of town usually where ain't nobody fucking with you. You might hear a little bit about yourself on the daily, but ain't nobody really fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm a loner. I stick to myself. I don't even bother with people here.
so what's your favorite way to take a dab? I mean, I know you're using a rig and everything like that. What's your favorite banger? You like the slurpers? Like, what's up?
Are you asking me about a slurper? No, I'm not a slurper guy. This
What's
isn't
your-
the banger of choice. This is the one that just happened to be convenient today. But I just like a basic banger like this. I've got a round bottom banger that I like a little better. But this was just what I happened to be using. I kind of rotate stuff out. And then we got this fucking shovel for a dabber. Scoop up a big fat dab with that. And then I got a carb cap that goes in pretty far so that it gives me a nice swirly bubble action. And then just a rig that's real kind of small. I don't need a lot of I'm not trying to take a fucking whole bunch of air. I just want smoke to go here and then here, and then just like no delays.
Yeah, you got like a collection of glass or anything, like some heavy glass, or you're not like a glass guy?
I've got 3 or 4 pretty dope rigs, but I've got one that I don't pull out when there's other people around because it's got a big Star of David on the back of it, and I'm afraid someone's going to knock that off and break it, and then we have to knock them off and break them as well, and that's going to be a terrible day for everybody. But yeah, I'm not too. I'm more about.
That don't sound
glass.
kosher.
Well, with your accent, I'm sure you understand when you got to just handle some fucking business. I'm sure you know, like.
Absolutely.
Some fucking times, huh? But no,
Hey.
I'm more about function. I need my rig to function. All that pretty stuff is cool. I love it. I love looking at it and I have some of it. But I always go back to this thing because it's like getting hit in the head with an aluminum bat in the best way.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I've been
And then
on
some
this track lately. I've been liking it. I just like the variation of it, just like watching how the different marbles work and shit like that. But I just feel like
some of them give me too much air.
Those, man. Yeah, you don't have good skills and shit like that. I'm just learning about it and shit though. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no. I love it. Sometimes they're cool, but I just get too much air out of it. This thing, I really seal it up. I like cap it off and make it kind of really restrict and constrict the airflow. And I just feel like that makes the dab get thicker. Makes my cloud all fat.
I remember I like the whole carb cap thing. That's a relatively new thing to me, like less than a year ago that I discovered those. So you go to take a big dab and you get all that extra like wasted kind of air in there because it's not so thick and dense. And it's just like, and then you actually hit a carb cap for the first time. You're just like, holy shit, that's a different world right there.
Yeah.
Way easier on the
Thickens it up
lungs.
for you. You don't have to go as hot. If you use the carb cap, it can go lower. It like traps that heat in there, creates a vacuum for you. You go much lower temp. Not that I do a lower temp, but
Yeah, it's funny. We're pretty backwoods redneck around here. So stuff like carb caps and low temp dabs, you start talking about like that kind of stuff and people look at you like you're mental or something like that. It's just like, it's pretty much just doing hot knives back in high school, but in a glass bowl. It's people get that thing as hot as humanly fucking possible.
When you pull out the dab rig still, some people are like, what you got there, bro? And I'm like, oh, it's just dabs. Don't worry. And they're like, that's not weed. That shit's all white. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. It's cool. If you don't want any, I'll get stoned without you.
Yeah, the big smile on my face while I do it too.
Hell yeah.
So the girlfriend must be watching the show because I get text message from her talking about how, well, if I can't be doing the dabs, she'll do them for me. So, which is interesting because I've never seen her do a dab. We've been together for about 6 months, I'd say, and I've never seen her do a dab. And I try to get her to do them fairly frequent, but I guess when I'm out of town, it's time to have some fun, but she deserves it. She's been having a stressful week, so I hope she's really enjoyed it. And then it'll be even better if I have like a dabbing partner back when I go back home now. That'll be fucking great. Be less dabs for me, but hey, at least I'll have someone to do them with.
Yeah, I'd like to throw a topic out there. With everything that's going on in Michigan, and we're all aware of the battle that's going on with the caregivers and so on. Us who are outside of Michigan, we can be empathetic, but you know what? We can do more than that. This issue is far bigger than Michigan. Like even like I'm in Canada, and my laws can still be taken away from me. We've won the right to grow cannabis at the Supreme Court level, but it can still be appealed. So that's where we're at right now, and it's the same in every other state in the U.S. Things can change. So we should all do our bit to, get in touch with our local lawmakers and, make sure that our voice is in their ear as well. And I just want to throw that out to anybody else who may want to comment on it.
Yeah, I think it's important for like just about everything else too. You know, like this is just a big wake up call for all our rights. You know what I mean? There's several rights that are being impeded on a daily basis that we don't even know about. There's so many backdoor loopholes in these bills they're signing that nobody knows about. They're just looking for a Democrat or Republican to check off onto, not knowing anything that's coming behind those bills, what's becoming behind those checks or anything like that. So I mean, true education of what's really going on instead of what the media feeds people is huge. You know what I mean? And so basically we got COVID to kind of thank for that. People are starting to recognize what's going on in front of them as soon as they're able to get away from that too. You know what I mean? What's going on in their cities, how their cities are being affected. It's more of local instead of everywhere else, you know? And so the more we know, the more power we have, you know what I mean? And there's no reason why, you know, people need to go to school to understand a common law, you know? So.
Now, am I correct in saying that the caregivers just want it to stay the same? They don't want any changes? Yeah, that's correct. Okay.
Yeah, if all my understanding about their whole thing's right is, yeah, you know, they like the system that they have. It's workable for them currently, so they just want it to stay the same. They don't want to increase anything. They just don't want to lose anything.
Yeah,
They think,
so they're
you know, they
literally
only
not asking for anything but for it to stay the same, which is not asking for a lot.
yeah, and it's pretty crazy what they have going on up there. But yeah,
So if somebody's on
it's something.
social media, they should be posting stuff and sharing stuff. I know Spartan posts a lot of stuff. I'm sure all the crew over there post a lot of stuff that you could go and share.
Yes, if you're watching our show or listening and you live in Michigan, you definitely need to contact your local representative.
Even if you don't live in Michigan, put your name in there. Yeah. Message anyway, because it affects, like Uncle Rick said, it affects everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you know what, that was one thing, you know, I'm a member of a union hall. You know, we look at things like when the auto workers unions do something that affects labor across like the world. So you watch things like that, you know, and that's the same thing, you know, them taking things away from them in Michigan. That just gives Illinois, Indiana, Colorado, that just gives them ammunition to try to take away rights that they've given you. And they're already trying to do it on the sly. I mean, let's not be fucking dumb about this. You know, almost probably every place that has legalization probably has something going on where they're going to try to strip your rights. So you need to, you know, if you're passionate about it, if you need your medicine, you need to keep up on that shit.
Yeah, because like they say, checking those little things, like they're allowed to come in and check in whatever, whenever, however, you know what I mean? You have to be up to certain, all this stuff, you know what I mean? It's just your invasion of privacy is taken away, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's really insane. Some of the smaller things they're trying to put in these laws, you know what I mean? And nobody knows about it. You know, the general public just doesn't know about it. They just know about, hey, we got to go make this vote, you know what I mean? And like, they're just voting for whatever. They don't know.
They snuck some new rules in on us here in Colorado recently that only Mike seemed to know about. Mike called me one day. He's like, "You see this bullshit?" And I was like, "No, when's that happening?" He goes, "Oh, just happened, buddy." And I was like, "What? Do we get to vote?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, last week." And I was like, "Well, what the fuck? Where was I?" And he's like, "Exactly. Where were you?" Because nobody knew shit about it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing Spartan just posted not too long ago. He said he was just kind of flipping around, checking out his shit, and all of a sudden he noticed a bunch of new literature that was just written into the bill that was never there, and you know, shit was getting crossed out and redone, and then all of a sudden it was going to hurry up and get, you know, voted on, you know, in the next day, I think it was. So, you know, that's the sneaky bullshit they try to do, is, you know, is get that literature changed real quick. You know,
yeah, the fact that they're able to do that is a problem. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. The core of the problem isn't the fact, you know what I mean? It's the fact that we have to fight with money and stuff like that. It pretty much since like the law system was created, you know what I mean? Whoever could afford a paid attorney that could talk fancy you know what I mean, would get you out. And that's kind of still the way it is in the United States, you know, and even not in criminal law, you know, business law is a lot the same way. It's not what you're doing, it's who you know. It's who do your contacts know type deal, you know, and that's especially how it is here in Illinois in the cannabis game. And they're having huge problems in their lotteries. They just had a social equity lottery where 2/3 of the winners were tied to corporate cannabis in another state or something. You know what I mean? So it's just it's a problem nationwide, but it happening out there in Michigan is happening now. You know what I mean? They're trying to do that shit now, and it's going to affect a lot of people. A lot of people are doing really well out there. They're being able to feed their families, and all these outside corporations are coming in and influencing, you know what I mean, how they're going to eat, how they're going to feed their family and stuff. And these people are just supposed to lay on their back and be like, yeah, okay, let me go work at Subway fucking 13 hours a day and still not make it. You know what I mean? Like, people are tired of that shit. So cheers to all the people out there actively doing stuff. Cheers to that.
Hey, I got a question on maybe some breeding here. I want to talk about some breeding. Well, I'm trying to decide, right? When I'm looking for a male, what am I looking to pull out of? What?
I was gonna say, I think we all have children. Oh, except for DP.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a video I've heard.
Yeah, there's quite a few videos out there. Some of them are really neat. Some of them are kind of weird. I don't know. Some of them have
depends on what you're into.
I told you to check
what you're into, though.
Normally, you don't pull out, I think, is what.
Fast forward right about toward the middle. That's where you need to pay attention.
And you say you're looking for a male, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, looking.
Yeah. So
just type that in, dude.
What am I trying to look for with my male? Like, what am I expecting a male to add to my plants when I look at that?
Basically,
dark, handsome, massive schlong,
like a bear.
I've seen your Google search. Bear, not a twink. Absolutely right.
If you grab a twink, you might break them.
50% of your mix is going to be that boy. So think about like his structure, his shape, but also he brings a lot of the resistance, like the pathogen resistance. A lot of that comes from the dude. So you're going to want to find a dude that grows well, and then also, and you don't know if he puts off good pathogen resistance until you breed with him and then grow those seeds. So I go by shape, structure, aroma, but also what's your goal? Do you want indica plants? Do you want sativa plants? Do you want short flowering? Do you want long flowering? Find a male that does that, because he's going to put at least 50% of the mix into the plants. So if you want something that grows tall and skinny like me, do that. If you want something short and squat, find a male that does that. I like a male plant that smells like puke. I know it sounds crazy, but when you rub the stems, if he smells like puke, that dude's a keeper. He's going to put off some great terps in the future. Flowering time, how fast does he flower? Like when you switch to 12-12, some of them will start dumping pollen real quick. Some take a minute. This sounds crazy. If I've got multiple males to choose from, if you give me like a 10-pack of seeds, you're going to pull 5 females, 5 males, hypothetically. You got 5 dudes. The first dude to show me sex and dump pollen, he gets cut. He doesn't even get to go. And the last one, he gets cut and he doesn't get to go. And that narrows me down to 3 to choose from already. And then I kind of go by, if I've chosen that line, I already know why I'm choosing that line. So I know what I'm looking for. So then I just find the male that looks like what I'm looking for. But my reason for that is that first dude is going to be too dominant in the mix. That first guy that I took out, since he was so eager to pollinate and so eager to go, I think he's going to be like the muscle head in the group. He's just going to make more fucking caveman. He's, I want to pollinate. I want to go. So the next progeny from that is going to be him. He's not going to let the female shine in the mix enough. So I want a male that's going to allow the female to show me her traits in the mix as well. I think that makes sense the way I said that. Yeah, because some dudes will just take over. And then you're just making more of that same shit all over again. So if you hit that to Strawberry Starburst, Sunkiss, and Grateful Dog, you still made more of this dominant male. And that's kind of a waste of time. So I know that I'm going to hit my male to, I've got a good selection of female plants. I only keep a few of them, but I've got all my homies have the backup library. There you go, the Strawberry Starburst. I've got a good selection. I can just call friends and be like, I need clones of this. I'm going to hit them all with this new male. And then we'll just hit 6 or 7 different females at once. So I need a male that is compatible with all my females. But a lot of it is know your goal. And I always say, like, know your goal, because if we're trying to make cake, you need cake ingredients. If you want to make pizza, we need pizza ingredients. So like if you're trying to make something that tastes like oranges, you need orange. If you're trying to make something that tastes like gas, you need a gassy male. So it's all about the goal, really. And then the fun part is cross it, and then don't just cross, if you can, don't just cross your selected male to one plant, cross it to several so that you can see what it's doing. Like, because if you just cross it to one, you don't know if that cross the results, if that came from the male, the female, the grandparents on this side, the great grandparents on that side. You don't know what you're seeing. So hit it to multiple different things, and we'll see how it reacts. Get you some science in there.
Yeah, I had one, like I said, it was an Alaskan thunderfuck, and it didn't grow real
That's it.
branchy, and it was like super gassy. And I was like, all
All
right,
right.
it's like I was like, all right, this is cool. And I have a Hawaiian, and it's very, very tropical. I don't know, mango, floral,
Okay.
it's just what it is, but it's super branched. Like it branches like a motherfucker. So the idea was to calm down the branching and add a little bit of gas to it, and that's really what I'm hoping for. So
Or you'll get double branching and no gas is also one of the phenotypes you'll get. Yeah, you'll get that phenotype that you're looking for. So the way that you're breeding is perfect for a new breeder that doesn't want to, that hasn't been doing it as long as I have and doesn't want to put that much fucking brain power into it. I mean, you love that plant and it called to you. That is the way to do it, bro. Like you're the matchmaker and something spoke to you. Now that's the perfect way to do it. That's
and I'm trying
right
to do
way.
something maybe that's a little bit stupid. When I pollinated it, I actually scrogged it out inside my 3x4. So it's one plant that's completely scrogged out the 3x4.
Yeah.
And then I put branches on all four sides outside of the scrog. And so each specific pollen that I use got pollinated on the outside of those, and everything else on like specifically outside that, on the other three corners got covered. So they didn't get pollinated. So I let the middle get, hopefully. Correct. I mean, I did spray them down a little bit, trying to, I did all that. I tried.
Oh, you know what you're doing, bro. Yeah, you sound like you know what you're doing.
Well, I don't know if I know what I'm doing, but I did some research. So we're just threw everything at it to see what happens,
Yeah.
So we're going to have a bunch of shit in the middle. We'll have no idea what happens in the middle. I just thought it'd be fun to see what happens, big cross pollination, and then the four corners to, just see what happens.
That'll be fun. That'll be a party. Play with those seeds, see what come out of there. You'll get different phenotypes. You'll get some that look like the mom, some that look like the dad, some that you have no idea where that shit came from. You'd be like, what? Why does that one do that? Like, that's always the fun.
I got a stranger danger drying from you motherfucking Haw. I've been putting off saying it because I can't remember what the fuck the cross is. I know it's Scarlet Begonia's cross. It was like, fuck, I think Bloom and Jeffrey. I don't know.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Oh man, but fuck, I didn't want to call it the wrong name. But that shit, it's nice, man. I chunked out some spears and shit like that. And,
I bet that sounds like fire.
Yeah, that's just gonna be a racy high. I'm excited. So
I've actually got one of those going right now as we speak. Also, sitting right with the golden goats. It's almost kind of hard to tell the two apart, really. But
there's two golden goat crosses in there, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Golden goat on both sides. Yeah, he's a cool motherfucker. Yeah.
Indeed, yeah, and I'm very curious about that Scarlet Begonias. I got a couple different crosses that a few friends have made with the Scarlet Begonias, and man, every one of them has just been fucking amazing. So cool. I'm really stoked to get that one out from him too.
I got a couple 5-packs of the Scarlet Begonias just sitting there waiting until it's their turn. There's still waiting on those for the chance to run those blueberry butchers that I got on release day when those came out, right? It's just other shit's gotta come first, figuring when you gotta pay for the medicine first, or before you can do all the projects that you really want to.
Oh, dude, you're talking about projects you want to do. Come on. I want to cross everything to everything in every room in every way. But yeah, fucking 12 plant counts and all the dumb shit slowed us down real good.
Yeah.
Illinois.
I got total space limitations. Like I said, I got 2 little tents I'm growing in right now, and looking at maybe see if I can like bribe someone in with help pay their electric bill if they'll keep a tent for me, and that maybe that'll be project tent over there or something. And then I don't have to worry about pollinating my medicine crop either.
Yep. Yep, that's the kind of stuff I do. I'll just pay your rent for 3 months if you run a crop for me. And they're like, what? There's the rent, dude. I'll just cover it right now. Here,
I'm adoptable.
3 months rent. Run a crop.
Yeah.
Put this male in the middle. And they're like, what? A boy? Like, yeah, just put it right in the middle. You don't have to do anything. Just water them. They'll happen. Like,
Oh
People
man,
freak
I would
out.
fucking dude. You could pay my rent whenever you want, man. Just send them over this way.
I got to be able to go
Anytime.
there, man. I got to go touch them and check on them. Yep.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You
Far
pay
drive.
you go ahead and pay my mortgage. I'll pay your airfare when you want to come out and see him. How's that?
Man, this could work out. I don't want to fly that much, and especially right now. If you've flown lately, we're not going to make it that show. It's
I
almost
heard it's
What's
cheaper to
the
fly.
deal with flying?
You know, so out of touch with everything. But I heard fucking it's like cheap to fly. Everybody's like, I'm just gonna fly there. What? All right, bet. Come on.
Yeah, but right now the accommodations are, it's like you're on the fucking school bus. They
Oh,
don't come
exactly.
down the aisle with drinks and snacks. They basically stand in the front and throw bags of peanuts and hope you catch them. Like, that's kind of how it is on a plane right
It's
now.
not like back
It's
in the day when
different.
they dressed up in like their suit and tie and shit.
No, dude, you're lucky if people put on their pajamas. Like,
Who
yeah,
wants nuts? And they blast them out from the front
Yeah.
of the plane.
Put your nuts, yeah. Sure.
yeah, it's different now.
It's
Yes.
more like a riot control thing. Where they just get back in your seat. Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
My friend just got back from England and he did like everything they said to do. And they did not accept his COVID test. They made him do another one at the airport and then basically stay there till it came back.
He's got 2 now? That's crazy. He has to wear 2 tinfoil hats. If he brushes his teeth clockwise, it's over. It's a
That's
Manchurian candidate. He's gonna start
All
just
that
fucking picking out
fluoride.
left and
Activate the
right.
fluoride, man. Pineal gland is gonna burst open.
All right, bro. So
Don't get
tell
me
us-
started.
Drop a secret for us, man. Something that fucking no one knows about. Fucking hit us with something. Come on.
Oh man.
Come on.
Patreon.com/grow from your heart. Jack Tripper is lemon skunk to Jack the Ripper.
Is it big what?
I'm not sure what you said, but I'm just doing a nod and
Nice.
smile.
I'm just making sure I heard what you
I
said.
like what that was.
Yeah.
Jack
that
Tripper,
sounds-
come and knock on our door. Yeah, Jack Tripper, lemon skunk, and Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, no, I
How,
like
how is
that.
that? How is that? Is that more of a sativa dominant?
Oh, that's
like real.
just sativa. That's like,
Yeah,
I should have
just
called it
straight
samurai
fucking-
sword because it's kind of like right through your brain. Yeah, it feels like sunshine went that way and clouds went that way, and your brain spun up in the tornado that came out of it. You're just like,
Yeah, unicorns just
That's
dabs
shit
of it'll
where you're-
make you shake.
That's the shit where it will get you ready to do anything and everything, but you will spin in a circle the whole time thinking about how to do it all.
Yep. You make a list.
All right.
The list is well
We don't get it.
documented and fucking bullet points and color coded. And yeah, but then you're gonna take a nap and wake up and wonder what the fucking how to figure out the color code. Yeah.
That's how the
Yeah, it's that
strawberry Starburst fucking flower rosin. This shit like it's so racy, but it slams your head on your shoulders. It's just fucking crazy. It's wild.
That's
It's
I talk about if I go in
Yeah.
if I go into the store and I'm like, okay, if I can look the clerk in the eye, I'm not high enough.
I've
Like,
called
if I walk
fuck
into
before.
Walmart.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm here for.
Yeah. I've been in the grocery store and been
Yeah.
like, what? I know I needed something because I'm at the store, but I don't know what the thing is. And you get to the car and try to regroup and you go, oh, fuck, I needed this. And you go back in like a normal person.
Apparently, that really irritates your wife when you do that every time you go to the store. Who knew? Who
or
fucking
like
knew?
preparation to get out of the house. Like, all right, hold on, I gotta take a dab real quick. I gotta clean the rig. I gotta put this up. But then somebody called, so now you gotta take
Oh, I
another
got
leave.
yeah, you
so
gotta get around
it's
the
like a
weed,
whole
gotta
45
roll up
minute
a
or-
few.
I gotta pick which shoes to wear. The shoes don't match my shirts, and I gotta change one of them.
I gotta say, I'm more afraid to go out in public like that now than before it was legalized.
I don't give a fuck now.
No,
When you walk in like this, everyone just assumes that you're high as giraffe pussy anyway. So just go with it and fucking follow
I'm-
suit.
Yeah. I went to court and cannabis is not a crime hat and a fucking tie-dyed mushroom shirt on.
I love that. I love that.
Yo.
No, if
I
I'm
usually
if
get
I'm
that.
awake, you could pretty much guarantee I've been smoking cannabis, and a lot of it is just I love going out in public with that completely zonked look on your face. Or you'll get people when you walk by them and give you that sniff, and sometimes when you look, they'll have that snooty look on their face, or sometimes they're like, yeah. But you kind of the people that give you that kind of rude, snotty look, I'll always be like, it's okay, I got a prescription for that. And it's kind of go on with your day.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm trying to figure out what in the fuck this storm shadow tastes like. I have no clue what in the hell this taste is.
That's cool. Is it spicy?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. All right,
Heard a
that's a
lot
good
about
start.
Yeah, it was a gift from Thunder Dan when we went up to Michigan and I saw him. So it was grown by him. It's fucking fantastic. It is very, very unique. I have no idea what the hell this is.
It brings out a lot of the Brazilian from the White Widow comes out in that. And you can taste the spiciness of it. Like spicy and black pepper kind of.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost like savory. It's almost like
Yeah.
yeah.
Like sandalwoody and almost like Thai food or something. It's got like lemongrass to it, sort of.
There you go. Yeah, a little bit of lemon. On the sniff, like in the grinder right there, I definitely get like that lemongrass. Not so much
Yeah.
like in my vape, but yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, like a Thai food, almost like an Asian food. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking weird,
like almost
man.
a Vietnamese food, I think. I can't remember exactly, but it's got the like, yeah, sweets and like jungly flavors. And I know that sounds crazy, but yeah,
I have
some
and
pho.
yeah, I have one, and I swear to God, when it's fresh, when it's super fresh, it's so tropically fruity that it almost tastes like parsley. Like it's almost like what the fuck? That's really weird. But once it cures out a little bit, that it goes more towards like the mango, the tropical. But yeah, like fresh, it's straight up fucking like parsley, dude. It's the weirdest fucking shit.
I love the transformations. What are you showing us, Uncle Rick? I messed him all up. He had a rhythm. Now he's falling out of his chair.
No,
You're
he
mute.
probably can't figure out how to actually talk to you anymore either.
He's got himself muted on probably the computer and also his microphone, I'm gonna guess.
No, it gets even more confusing than that. This is a Pink Kush live resin.
That looks tasty. It's quality.
Yeah, I'll give you a quality control check here.
I like that.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, Jeff, if a favor, but first I wanted you to give us all your social media.
Oh, so that's a good opportunity to say that there's somebody out there posing as Irie Genetics. The account that is Irie Genetic, that is not me. I'm Irie_genetics. That is me. I've got the Irie Genetics on Instagram. It's Irie_genetics. I also have the Grow From Your Heart podcast, but somebody's faking a fake Irie Genetics account. That's not me. Check the email you're messaging with. Check the account you're fucking with. If it doesn't have the S on it, you're probably not talking to me. I apologize. A few people have been sending that person money, so their rent is paid this month for sure. I apologize if that happened to you, but that's not me, bro. But check out my podcast. My podcast is on YouTube. It's the Grow From Your Heart podcast. Search Grow From Your Heart podcast on YouTube. It will pop up. If you type in Irie Genetics, everything you need to find will for sure pop up. I've got a website. All the social medias will come up. We got a Discord if you're into Discord, if you're one of those kind of people. Check out the Discord. We do some fun things over there. I have to be careful what I say on YouTube, but there's a lot of fun shit that happens on Discord that you may enjoy that could benefit you. So yeah, go to the website, iriegenetics.com, and everything is on there. You can find the website, the Discord, the merchandise, the beans, everything. Thank you for the opportunity, Uncle Rick.
Well, to add to that as well, I've heard you in discussions with other breeders, people asking, well, how do I know this is the real deal? And you suggest that you go to, for example, your website, and if you recommend that reseller, then you can go with them.
Absolutely, yes.
By the
Instagram right now, I'm not doing any deals on Instagram. So if you think you're dealing with me on Instagram, I'm not doing any sales there. So that's a fake person. But yeah, the website's the best way to get a hold of me or the beans. But go ahead,
By
brother.
the-
I'll quit cutting you off.
Oh, I'm sorry, but by the way, it's just on my mind now too. But also in Canada, your seeds are now available through the Dude.
Yes, sir. Through the Dude. If you hit my website, iregenetics.com, go to where it says seed vendors. There's a picture of a Canadian flag. We made it as simple as we could. Click on the Canadian flag, and that'll get you to dudesworld.ca, where the iRegenetics beans are available.
Oh, that's wonderful. Listen, so I did say I've got a favor. Last time you were here, you did us the honor of reading out our Patreon supporters, and I was hoping I could talk you into doing that again.
Oh, yeah, we'll do some shout outs to some Patreon supporters.
Like
Let's turn on the radio voice.
This is exactly that we're looking for that radio voice. Thank you very much. Let's see if I can make this happen. Is it working?
Yeah, I see it. Is that who we want to start with here? Oh, you got the chat pulled up too. You're all fancy. I'm watching the chat on my phone. All right, you ready for me to do this? We doing all these people?
Yes, please.
All right. I'm trying to see where I'm looking. All right. Let's give some shout outs to these Patreon supporters. Crazy Pot Mom. I love that. That's awesome. Let's give a big shout out to Stony Rockefeller. Shout out to Uncle Rick. That's random. How about a big shout out to Raider Dank Vader? I love that one. How about Hypothetical Genetics? Let's give a big shout out to BC Stoner Mom. Let's give a big thumbs down to Dave's Not Here. That guy's a clown. I love you, Dave. I'm just fucking with you. That's a good friend of mine. Big shout out to Sticky Icky Cookie. That sounds good and gross at the same time. Big shout out to Opie7420. Big fist bump to Lobster Bush. What's up, bro? Shout out and a fist bump to Papa Z, a big supporter of my Patreon as well. Let's send some love to G-Bay Genetics. Big shout out to Colton Bridge and Astro Charlie. Let's send a big fist bump to Eric Taylor. How about a shout out to 420 Green Goddess? How about a thank you shout out to Terra Love 420? And then wrap it all up with a big Caribou Heart TV shout out to South Nelson Farms. Also, shout out to everybody at Caribou Heart TV for having me. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thanks very much, Jeff. Appreciate that.
That's fun, you guys. Thank you for sure. Thank you. I'm gonna hit a dab now. I feel like I earned it.
Yes, you did.
On the fly. That's smooth. You see, no editing. That's how we do it.
Hey man, don't make this show start sounding all professional. They're gonna expect it all the time.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
set
You,
some
you come
standards
over
up in
here,
here.
they're gonna start fucking expecting us to do shit like that, and I'm gonna tell you what, that'll fuck us all up.
Got to have another camera so I can be like, in our next section, we're gonna talk about.
Dude, that's the best.
You like doing
It's-
that?
I love the multiple. Yeah, you're really
It makes
really got
editing
a
so
sweet
much
show,
easier.
man.
That's like a really
I bet.
like, because instead of just like, now I've got something to work with, there's a change and I got to cut, and like it helps out a lot for editing. Yeah, I didn't realize how much it would help. I thought it would be worse.
Did you put them on foot pedals?
No,
Your
dude, I
cameras?
edit that afterward in Final Cut Pro. This, blow a big old secret here. All I have to do is sync up the two cameras, which it'll do it by itself. And then as I'm watching it to edit, I hit the button 1 and it shows camera 1, and I hit 2 and it switches to camera 2. Like, it is, Final Cut Pro made it fucking simple for me. So I'm just watching and switching cameras at the same time and making sure I don't say anything too goofy. And if I do, I just hit an edit point and then go back and listen to where I'm back on track and then cut out the middle part and then make sure that the transition looks smooth and keep going. I've gotten pretty good at it.
I was just thinking, like my brother's a drummer. I know you fuck with the drums and shit as well. I know a lot of people who, when they do the streaming, they play with the foot pedals, right? You get to listen to some music, your feet get going. I could just see you kind of switching it. I could see you just totally getting lost in some foot pedals with some cameras fucking around.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask if you ever had a mishap with it and just kind of kept fucking around and totally blew a whole show. Yeah, just totally blew a whole fucking recording. That
I've had
was like fucking fire.
I've had camera 1 and camera 2 both cut out for random reasons, so that you've gotten a whole show from that angle. It's just me looking this way for half of it and that one recording. But yeah, it's just learning. I've never recorded a test episode. Like, everything I record and everything I put out is a learning experience. I've never just been like, well, let's record a fake show, because that just feels silly. Like, I'll set up the gear and record a podcast, and then if it came out wonky, I got some editing and correcting to do, but that show will go out. Like, I don't abandon and ditch any shows anymore. So and I try to learn something every few episodes. I try to get something better. You notice the intros come in more smoothly and the credits look a little better every episode, just a little something something. But I've never had a lesson or taken a day off to learn it. It's just been like dump it into Final Cut Pro and figure it the fuck out. But I love that kind of shit.
It's so time consuming. It's amazing how much time it takes to put into that. You know, you go through the video, you're watching, 5 minutes of video 13 fucking times. You're like, wait, no, wait, no, back it up, wait, and so yeah, fucking next thing you know, you've got like a half hour fucking done, and you've been sitting there for 8 hours.
I've gotten much less hypercritical, much less critical of some things. Less critical and more efficient. Those two things help me out a lot.
Oh yeah, and then once you start reinvesting back into your own shit, once you get your mixer boards and all that stuff, and you can really just start, or even just getting like hotkeys for your like Final Cut setup.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
The
That's
hotkeys,
huge.
bro. Click, click, click. That helps so much. Learning, getting accustomed and customizing those, that helps out so much. Yeah, just like I said, hitting 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and B and A and 1 and 2. Those are the keys I go to the most. B is for cutting and A is for getting out of the cut mode. And so, yep. Yeah, just chopping shit up all day. And I figured out color correcting a little bit so I don't look purple, because I change colors a lot in the first few videos.
And like the way back when videos, or like once you really started sitting down in like
Yeah, once I got this Sony camera, I didn't know how to color correct or color code or white balance. Like that was all like, I did a video and I was like, oh, I'm purple. And then I have to figure out how to make me not purple in the next video. And then I was orange and I was like, well, fuck, I went too far. I'm gonna figure out how to be normal colored one of these days in a video. And then I watched a bunch of YouTube videos and I was like, oh, that's how I kind of do that. Kind of got the hint. Still figuring it out.
Since we're on this subject, tell me about the lighting that you use, Jeff. I can see obviously you've got a light behind you, but you must have more in other areas as well. Go ahead, enjoy that.
I think you could probably see them, and I was trying to show you the lights in the clouds, but there's one right there and right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got them turned down to about 50% because they're blinding if I turn them up. But they're just about this big, just little studio lights. Pretty fancy. I could change the colors on them. There's a little wheel to where I could just spin the wheel. We got blue.
Okay.
And I can just change it just about any color.
That's cool.
I'll leave it purple for now. Looks kind of eerie.
Yeah.
Those big like panel lights that you got probably over there, right? You ever thought you'd be buying some grow lights for your ass to shine on you?
Right. Dude, when I bought them, I was like, I bought these and I shined them up and I was like, well, the cost of these, the LED companies are straight up ripping us the fuck off, dude. Because all 3 of these were like $140 on Amazon. They came with a cool case and stands and shit. And these are grow plants. Like, I don't know if they're the right spectrum, but plants would happen. So I'm like, why are those grow lights so damn expensive? What's up?
Right?
Come on.
Oh yeah, you could veg under those bitches. Shit, man. When I
For
started
sure.
looking at LED grow lights, and I was just looking at high bay lights for fucking garages and shit. I
Yeah.
was like, fuck, I ain't gonna spend this shit on all these LED guys fucking trying to rip you off just because it's made to grow pot. So fuck
There's
that.
there's an LED light at Home Depot that's just like probably a 3x2 rectangle that just fits in the ceiling. It's the size of a ceiling tile. That thing's probably awesome for growing weed. Like for an amateur grower that had to be clandestine, put like 4 of those in the ceiling of the garage, nobody would know you're growing weed. There'd just be a bunch of lights over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we always just it was usually barns that we stole ours from. You go drive out to the country, find that old farmer who's got his fucking barn lit up with that old fucking 600 watt out there. Go steal that bulb, fucking roll on out.
Yeah, it's a good way to get some extra holes in your ass.
Well,
That's
yeah,
lies.
but how else are you supposed to get bulbs, man?
Right? Yeah, that's true.
Just
I
last
may have heard
week,
stories of people.
we were working a site in a ditch last week, and there's an accident there somewhere previous where they sheared the light post off, and you had the top, the ballast and stuff sitting there in the ditch. I just kind of shook my head and laughed. I was like, there's probably a few years ago where I would have brought that home and seen if I could have wired that in somehow. But
Yep.
I'm a grown up now
dude.
and I use LEDs because I'm environmentally conscious, or that's my excuse anyways.
Did you at least go to social media and post about it so some teenager could go try?
Yeah. Thought
Like, I would
crossed
call up
my
a friend
mind,
to
put,
be like,
take
hey,
it out of the ditch, put it up there where it'll get found. And a little
Yep.
250 watt HPS, that'd be all right. A little veg or a little tiny tent or whatever.
gotta do what we can for the people, you know?
I was just laughing when you said that. I actually had a buddy who went out into a parking lot and hit a fucking post to knock it down so that he could get the shit. I was like, dude, seriously? Like, you did way more damage to your fucking car than it was worth. It's like, I got
could
my
just see,
light,
like,
dog.
a Trailer Park Boys episode where they back into the pole on purpose and the pole breaks and it falls right into the truck and they just drive away. And just beautiful, flawless
Back into it, and
execution.
they're like, "Fuck!"
With about 20 feet
We
of
got a light,
post
Ricky.
hanging out the back of the vehicle, dragging and sparks and shit everywhere. That sounds about right.
And then he just hang it right above his fucking car, right on this that broke down ass car. I'm fucking outside the trailer.
With the pole that he broke off, just shove that
Oh
pole
yeah,
in
oh
the
yeah. He
ground.
just put it. He just shove it right. Yeah, just right over there and light up the whole fucking car.
Trailer Park Boys, we don't want anything for this episode. Just make it happen so we can high five each other when it does. That's all we want. When this shit
all we
airs, we're all
want.
gonna do this through the fucking screen. Like, there's our episode, boys.
That'd be the coolest shit ever, though, wouldn't it? Be like, holy fuck.
They stole our idea, eh?
Hey,
Nice.
I'm in. I'm not even mad if they steal that from us. Only the Trailer Park Boys. Anybody else out there with some shitty weed TV show, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll know.
No, we won't. We're all high as fuck. We'll forget. As soon as this is over, we're gonna forget we said this.
Yeah. As soon as the
Totally.
conversation switches
Yeah.
over to something else.
Yeah.
What did you guys talk about on the show tonight? Well,
I don't know.
Fuck.
Jeff was on.
he makes seeds and he likes. Yeah, my cat just got pissed.
He likes them fat bottom girls, I think.
But did
Whoa.
the first?
We all do that
made it
before we all
weird
went on a
real
show
fucking
together.
quick.
I remember him mentioning fat bottoms.
I watched a grown man play with a snake. So,
Yeah, well,
Things
did
we
you
do-
enjoy it?
bro, I was
Would
not
you-
surprised at all when you pulled out a snake. There was no bit of like, oh, he's got a snake. I was like, oh yeah, he's got a snake.
No, if you
I just
saw
got him,
Prophet-
actually. I just got him.
If you saw Prophet at Aldi's, you would be and you'd be like, "Where's the snake?" Be like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
He'd be that fucking dude, right? He just
Yeah.
walks out
If there was
everywhere
like
with a fucking snake.
Like a snake card to pin the tail on the donkey on this screen, it definitely would have ended up in this portion of the screen.
Well, I was rocking the guinea pig for a little while, and then like I just got the snake, so I've been rocking the snake.
But
Did they overlap, or did the guinea pig go before the snake came?
The guinea pig's over there, so she was like
Oh man!
kind of the
So
star
all
of the
day
show.
long, they're both just tripping. They're both just like, that motherfucker's over there. Both of them.
Yeah.
No, that snake has no interest in that guinea pig because it is entirely too large for it to take on. I put what the fucking Petco calls a baby rat. It was about fucking this big. Is right now a little too big for him, so I had to go with a large mouth, which is only this big.
Yeah.
And he took it out because at first I was like, why aren't you eating? So my son now has, it's a curse, all right? As soon as I get a snake, my son now has a pet rat, okay? And it's always the one that my snake doesn't end up eating. So this happened again to me. So I went and bought another one. Like I waited, like maybe he's not hungry, new environment, shit. I just moved him, just got him, you know? And so I waited a week. Got another small rat. Well, put it in there. He's checking it out, thinking about shit, chasing him down. And he's like, nope. I was like, I am not having two rats. So I gave him to my boy that actually gave me the snake because he's got 56 fucking snakes. Like he's like you with shoes. Okay. All right. Just imagine that. So, I asked him, I'm like, yo, why won't he eat? And he I showed him the rat, and he was like, "Yo, that's too big for him." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right." So I dropped it down, and when I got to the mouse, within like 4-5 seconds, it was like rap, and that was it. I was like, "All right, there he goes. He's not broken. I didn't break him." Like, thank God. So, yeah, he's new. He's my boy. He's got his name's Nakash, and he's gotten big since I only had him for like a week or so.
And one day he'll be big enough to eat that guinea pig.
Yeah, one day he will be,
Yeah,
but I
one day.
doubt the guinea pig will be in any danger ever.
That guinea pig would fuck that snake up right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. My dog would actually beat up the snake to protect the guinea pig. So,
Yeah, they know they're
like, my dog loves the guinea pig.
because the guinea pig is talking shit to that snake all day.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know
and
you're
you know
in
I
there.
can fuck you up
This
over there.
is actually this is the first time he can see since I just got this tank like 2 days ago. Because before it's like a rainforest, I gotta adapt it more. He needs more moisture. Like it's got to be a little more humid in there because that's the climate he's from.
Put your cocoa in there, dude.
I have cocoa in there. I just need to set up the proper heating pad that I got. All right, like shit. I was in a rush. He broke his fucking bin. All right, he pounded his head into the side, caused a crack, squeezed his head through, and then started expanding it and splitting the fucking bin. All right, so this was like I grabbed the tank, and this had to happen right then and now. So I kind of rush jobbed it real quick yesterday, and now I'm doing this after work. So he's taking care of tomorrow. But yeah, friggin', yeah, I just lost track. Fuck.
Yeah, but
What
anyway,
happened
he
to
was
the
like, "Hey,
bin?
I'm gonna give you your
Head
fucking
to the
fruit cocktail tomorrow, bitch."
Oh, so he was halfway out of his bin at like 2 a.m. I came out, checked the heat pad and shit, and actually he was sticking halfway out, dude. I was just like, "Whoa, you little fucker." So yeah, I had to tape up the bin and yeah, fix it in the middle of the night. If it would have got out, my wife would have fucking put a foot right up my ass.
Oh, I wish we could get video of that. We'd get so many clicks for that.
She'd have just opened the window on you. It'd have been fine.
I hear they're little escape artists. So like the first night with this tank, I stayed up till like 1 a.m, dude, watching him and like he was inspecting the shit out of this thing and like trying to figure a way out. And I was like, all right, I just want to make sure he can't push this lid or whatever. I know it's designed not to be opened by a reptile or a snake or anything, but I'm like, just that fear was still there, I'm not afraid I just don't want him to get hurt. That's basically what,
I just want to give another shout out to the Good Weed Company. So they know that my favorite strain is this blueberry, and they keep sending me some as soon as I run out. And they've gone even a step further. I have a clone in the mail on my way right now. So
they don't have to send you anymore.
super stoked about that.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. By the way, Green Goddess, tell us what the beans that you're popping.
No, so change of plans again. They're not only sending me a blueberry, they're sending me a blue dream, a jelly bean, and I can't remember what the fourth one is. So that will be my 4 limit. So
Oh my goodness.
not popping beans this round.
Oh, so these are all cuts that you're getting.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting.
It's super exciting. Yeah.
Right on.
There should be some good stuff in there. Like, Stoney Rockefeller was saying he's been bugging Miss Jill for like over a year to get some jelly bean out of her. So and
I know. I was like, Stoney is gonna be pissed.
He's running some of her stuff now, ain't he?
Jill had surgery today, so send her some good love and some good vibes. Jill had knee surgery today, so send her a big shout out.
That's a rough one too.
I didn't mean to interrupt that, but I realized that when we were talking about Jill.
Oh, that was a worthy interruption there. Shout out to Ms. Jill. Send her positive thoughts and happiness.
Yeah.
Actually, while we're doing shout outs, I want to shout out Colton Bridge. I think he's in the chat right now. That dude's going to design the Caribou Heart TV website. He's going to be working on that whenever he gets around to it. And I'm just really excited about that. And thanks for doing that so that I don't have to, because I'll just wreck shit if I try. I can barely do the computer thing as it is. So thank you, Colton Bridge, for that.
And
awesome.
Cheers to people that understand that. It's like a whole new, if you don't know anything about computers, like trying to get into that world is just like reading a different language. So cheers to the people that are proficient in it, you know what I mean? Because it's actually, that's an art within itself. So cheers for that. Yeah.
And then people don't realize that web providers do some weird shit to their end, and then something happens on your website because somebody did something weird down the line, and you got to call your web guy like, bro, shit broke, and they got to go figure it out for you at 3 a.m. because you're panicking. Like, yeah, shout out to the web guys. I've gone through a few of them to find the right one.
Yeah, and it sounds like you'll be able to do quite a lot. Like, I had a pretty good conversation with him last night. Just say, hey, I want to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this, and he's sitting there with a pen and paper, going, "Holy fuck, this list just keeps getting bigger and bigger." But he hasn't told me no to anything yet. It's just certain things will create more challenges, and you did this, but now you got to do that, and but it sounds like over time we should be able to get it all together. So that's cool as hell.
It's all about time and money. That's all building a website is, time and money.
Yeah. And unfortunately, real short on the time. I enjoy the computer tinkering around that I do. I fuck around with the editing process a little bit, and I'm really enjoying that. Shoot the shit with Abolished from the Michigan Bros show about that process, and learning a lot. It's enjoyable. So I guess maybe one day, learning that computer skill, maybe I'll give me 30, 40 years and I'll be at like my 12-year-old son's proficiencies in computers that he is now.
It's funny how good they are, right?
Oh, dude, it's scary. Like, it's good because I remember in grade 8 keyboarding class thinking, I'll never fucking need this. This is fucking stupid. And the teacher's also saying, well, this is the way the future's going. You're going to need to learn this. And like, fuck, boy, do I ever wish I'd paid at least even a little bit of attention back then. So to see the kids are able to pick that stuff up and just run with it is good. And they can just do it for me.
Yeah, I always laugh, man. I'm super bad, like typing and shit like that. It's fucking terrible. Like, it was never my thing. Like, that is just, my fingers have been broke a bunch. Oh yeah, just like that. I was actually laughing once. I was playing some fucking video games, right? And so I'm good at that, you can play that way. But apparently my son noticed that I was cussing somebody out. I looked at it, he goes, damn, what'd you just say to that dude? I said, how'd you know? He goes, because that was the only time I've ever seen you not look at the keyboard and just rip that fucking sentence out. He goes, so I knew it had to be all bad words. He said, there's no way. And then the fucked up part is he was absolutely right.
That's funny.
Yeah,
it's like that's the best kind of muscle memory right there. Like, fuck you, you dirty.
Oh yeah. Fuck you, you sack of shit comes out of my fingers like fucking lightning, man. You wouldn't believe it.
Yes. See, my fingers, my thumbs, man, they hit the button next to it sometimes that I'm trying to hit as I'm like trying to type fast. And then I send it and I'm like, oh my God, I need to proofread my goddamn text before I send it.
Or use like the text to speech and it like is completely wrong.
My phone cannot comprehend my voice or my accent in any way, shape, or form. There are words coming out of it that don't even make fucking sense.
Everything is read. Somebody should read mine and make sure I should be able to send it before I send it. There's just many times where like, I think I'm saying something and it's just like, nah, it's nowhere in there.
Well, I don't know how many times I've been,
bro. I've gotten emails from 710 over there, and I'm like, well, Okay, and then it comes in again, ching ching, and I'm like, oh, two more, huh? And it's the correction, and then the correction of the correction. And I'm like, okay, you're gonna attach the art this time? And, oh shit, here's the art. Sorry, bro. Like all the shit I described wrong in the
I don't
first
know
three
how to
emails,
work
and the
it, man.
art in the fourth one.
I'll be transferring from this to my phone. I'm just like, what the fuck? All right, cool. I'll try to send it like this. Hope he gets it this time.
It's all good. I get him. I got you.
I love it when people talk to text when they ain't got a mask on. It's just like absolute gibberish, and you're like, "What?"
Sometimes I won't even fix them anymore because like you can clearly see what I meant, and I'll just be like, whatever, they know what I mean.
I tell you what, I'll be in a hurry, right? And I'll be hitting them all, and I'll be fat thumbing all kinds of shit. And then by the time autocorrect fix what I think I wrote, and I already hit send, and then I look at it and I'm like, fuck, it looks like I just had a stroke trying to write that.
Worst if it's
Same here, dude. My autocorrect is so fucked up, it's not even spelling the words right anymore. It's like accepted my language.
When autocorrect will take your sentence and spell out something completely fucking different than what you were typing in. It's like it's usually on social media where you do it, and then you hit send, and somebody will comment like, do you want to reread that post? And you're just like, oh shit, what was it? And you're like, oh fuck, no, that's not what I meant to say, like at all. Like, how the fuck is that even possible? Autocorrect, that's how.
Yeah, I just wonder, like, sometimes how they even like attempt to correct to some of the shit they say. Like, I'm like, never in my life have some of these words come out of my mouth, and I'm like, how would you autocorrect to that? What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is.
Never told someone to go duck themselves.
I agree. I've actually even looked
Duck,
up
yes.
a word before because I'm like, is that even a freaking word? Like, what's going on here?
I've made my phone accept the word fuck because I was tired of sending "go duck yourself" and all that shit too. So I was like, no, this has to stop. That, or it would put asterisks or something like that every time I swore. So like it'd be like asterisks of words of the letters, like so it'd be like go 4 asterisks and like a couple of real words and then another set of asterisks and some real words, and it's like, this is messed up. I'm being like censored.
You know how you can like change a word in your phone to like just always say a different word when you type in that word? So I literally changed shot to say shit. So never on my phone will anything ever say shot. It always is supposed to say shit because it pissed me off so bad. I was like, I've never shot or said.
I've totally sent a shot.
Fucking O was way too close.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it pissed me off so bad. I just went and flat changed it. I'm like, shot doesn't even fucking exist. It's always going to be shit.
And you could turn the phone sideways, which kind of makes the buttons a little bigger, but it really fucks up like what you're looking at. So like,
if you see people using their phone like that, you're supposed to slap it out of their hand.
Yeah. I'm just like, this ain't right, man.
I don't ever turn the shift on my phone. It's always got to be operated upright like that. I cannot do that. I don't like looking at it like that or nothing. It's
only for videos.
Yeah, that's the only time. On the dash and watch a video like that.
Yeah, that's the only time that they turn, man. Otherwise,
in the car like that. But
this is my first and only ever having one of those things. What's it called? A pop socket?
Yeah.
It's the most comfortable thing I've ever held in my hand. And not only that, it has my cool little logo on it. Shout out to Exotics. Boom. They have one of those sublimation printers. They have all sorts of shit. Check them out. But hell yeah, man, that's just cool.
Some Rasta Jeff pop sockets coming pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they put that shit on anything. I make the joke, fuck, I'll put it on a
pop sockets. That's awesome.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
put it on your grandma's titty.
Ooh,
right there.
Big old titty.
BP's logo on one and mine on the other. When she pushes them together, we kiss.
Oh, that's sexy right there.
Whatever. All right, I'm gonna take a dab after that.
Yeah, I got to do that too. Wash that out of my mind.
Tell us about your merch department, Jeff.
The merch department is basically me. I come up with ideas and then I scribble them onto paper and I send them to my friend Kevin. And then Kevin's a real artist. And then Kevin goes, "Oh, is this what you meant?" And I go, "Yeah," because he knows that I'm scribbling shit. And then I approve it. And then he sends me art. And then I send it to just random makers on the internet. So it's basically just high ideas that come out of me.
Cool. And of course, we can find all that on your website.
Yes, sir. If you were a member of my Patreon at the $7.10 a month level or higher, you got a coupon code this month that will help you out a lot on Patreon or on the Etsy store. If you're not a patron, you'll get another coupon code for Black Friday, Cyber Monday that is not as beneficial, but will still be helpful. The Patreon code is much better.
Right on.
Yeah, it's cool. I was actually on your website just a few days ago. I see you got the grinders, coffee cups, all sorts of cool shit on there now.
Yeah, we got grinders, rolling trays, coffee cups, a bunch of different t-shirts. I've ordered other things, but nothing's coming, man. Everything's taking forever. It's all taking a long time to get made and sent to me. So we're just sitting waiting. I wanted to have 2 more items for Black Friday, but they're not here. So we gotta wait. It's all right. Christmas shit, maybe.
Well, that'd be all right. Nice drop for Christmas time.
Yeah.
Stocking stuffers and all that good shit.
I have a lot of irons and a lot of fires, so getting new strains lined up and then all the merch that comes along with it is like a whole adventure.
Yeah.
Got to make the seeds, make sure the seeds are legit, and then get art made, and then get the art printed onto shit, and then try to time it, which it's hard timing it.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand that about that fucking business. You know, you're trying to get out there. Not only the seeds, man, you got to get out the artwork for all this shit, the descriptions for all this shit,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like the
fun though.
packaging. It's crazy the amount of work that goes. You know, people just think that you're just making beans and throwing them out to people and making money, man. But that is like the
Oh yeah.
furthest thing from the fucking truth.
No, finding this solid mail to use was a long time, and then I made the male. You know, I created that male, so I had to find genetics to make a male from. Then I got to find all these solid females to work with. Then, like I said earlier, I throw some shit away. So, oh, excuse me, that's a kombucha burp. There'll be bags of 10,000 seeds that just get fed to the birds at the park or fed to Jesse's chickens or something.
When
And
you did
cost
that
of
Rise
packaging
Cross,
alone is crazy.
Say that again?
The price of just packaging
Yes.
is a lot.
Yes. I
People
grabbed
don't
something that just
realize
came in the mail today. Let me move this mic out of the way. I gotta move something.
just dreadlocks flow by, eh? Like a curtain when you sweep it aside.
We got watch it grab the mic stand and just yank it and fucking around.
We got 3,000 of these in the mail today.
Cool.
Just the insert cards. Just the shipping alone on these was fucking ridiculous. These weighed 15 pounds. So just shipping that was an expense on its own. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, yeah. We got to put labels on all these, then fold it, put it into a bag, and put beans in it, seal it up. Yeah. That's the sea breeders version of trimming. When everybody bitches about trimming, this is my version. Sitting here with a light and just all day
Don't get
long.
that label straight. You gotta peel it off and do it again.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Sometimes the heat sealer gets too hot and needs a break, so you just have to sit there and take a dab and wait for it. Yeah.
So I've got a bit of an unboxing myself to show you, along with the ongoing battle with fungus gnats. I got nematodes.
Oh,
I
fun.
don't know if you're familiar with this.
Yeah.
Pop toppers.
All right.
So each bag, they come in little sachets or bags, and each bag contains a million nematodes. So I think I've got my work cut out just counting these little fuckers. I don't want them to screw me, okay? So anyways, I'll report in. Apparently 5 to 7 days. We'll see how they do.
What are you battling? What infestation are you trying to minimize?
Fungus gnats.
Oh, okay, they'll win.
Oh yeah, no, I'm heading in the right direction, but it's been a battle.
If those don't work, we got other plans for you. We'll get rid of them.
I told him to just start a carnivorous garden in there, but he didn't like my idea.
That'd be cool. That'd be interesting to see how big you could actually grow some of those plants in an
I'm telling
ideal
you,
growing situation.
Just at the bottom of all your pots, just put a couple pitchers, maybe some cobra lilies. I mean, fuck, fungus gnats won't stand a chance. Hell, you want to break
cobra in there.
You're gonna have a little shop of horrors soon enough. They're gonna want more than gnats, man.
Yeah, well, I struggle with.
A few minutes ago, you were mentioning how you bred your own male when you did that. I'm guessing you're talking about Solomon. When you did that cross, was there any intention initially when you're breeding those of searching that line for a male, or did you just kind of see what our eyes became and you were like, oh shit, there's probably something in here?
Oh no, I knew when I made those that I'd be searching for the boy. The Daybreaker was heavy. I'm heating up a dad nail, so sorry if you can hear that. The Daybreaker male was really big, broad leaves, and the Golden Goat had that skinny leaf sort of thing, and I knew it was just going to be, I just knew. I knew that by breeding them together that it was going to be something awesome. So yeah, I already knew. I think I already had the name in mind when I made the cross.
That's cool.
I'll tell you what, I love the stone of a hash rosin. A good one. Like it's nice and tasty.
Oh, listen to
I like the full body
Isn't that great?
What'd you say?
The flavor on this garlic banger is divine.
Yeah. Decent.
Who was that from? You said that was Green Dot?
Green Dot Labs, yeah, they're my favorite. They don't pay me or anything. I pay for their shit at the dispensary. My friends have a shop about 6 miles that way, and I just buy it there. So yeah, it's good shit. I love it.
You haven't thought about, getting into the extract game maybe one day or something, or are you just focusing on breeding?
Yeah, I've tried to make concentrates, and I was decent at it, and then I ruined like a 1/4 pound of lemon Jeffrey buds, and I was like, I'm out. I'll let you guys do that. I got friends that are really good at it.
Yeah, my buddy just fucked up 2 tents, and yeah.
Yeah, and then you're just like, man, I've never seen you fuck up. You do this. So I just let them do it. It's easier.
So
Try to pay them and let it come out right. Know my zone. I'll stay in the breeding room. You guys stay in the extract lab. We'll make it happen.
So some people know it all, but you know what I mean? You can't tell them nothing, and they gotta learn the hard way. So did that one on his own.
Was that a pendant that you were holding up earlier, DP?
Yeah. The little mushroom one? Boom, boom, boom.
No, that big like round thing that you had there. What was that?
Oh, the marble?
No. Just like a minute ago, you had like this big round.
The thing made out of wetsuits, man.
Black mat.
Oh, that, yeah. What is that?
It's a dab mat.
Move mat. That's cool. I like that.
Shout out to Lobster Bush for that.
Very cool.
That in the package. Hell yeah. Now I just gotta find out where I'm gonna stick Jeff's mug at. It's fine. I gotta find a good place for that. I got a new tent. I gotta get a new tent, so it'll definitely go in there.
All right. Thought you're gonna stick it right inside the inside of the toilet.
Well, no,
nothing lasts in there, dude. I like cereal too much, and milk does not do well.
I like cereal too much. All right, we just became too good of friends now.
It happens.
That's messed up, man. I had a discussion about my favorite cereals today.
We were gonna put it in the tent, and then we were gonna decide how he was gonna decorate your face. So that was gonna be a whole different story.
I'm glad I showed up for this.
Yeah, I need to get a sticker like that so I can put it on my.
You could be eating cereal, right? Like cereal.
My snake could check out Rasta Jeff every day. I'll stick them right there.
being one angry. It'll be bitey. The snake will bite you every time you touch it. I'm looking at this fucking Wookiee every day.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man, shout out. You put a huge effort into your podcast recently within the last few months. You know what I mean? You've really just stepped up 100% of everything. You know
Thank
what I mean?
you,
So big shout out to that.
Thank you. I'm going to record as soon as I'm done hanging out with you guys, so I appreciate that. You guys are like my warm-up chat. I got the mic over here. I got the lights going.
You know what I mean? Seriously, on top of life, like what?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's like 9 o'clock Colorado time, and I'm just about to go eat some food and then record a show. So yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks for noticing. And thank you for the art. You've made me some art that hasn't been debuted yet because I don't have those damn seeds. Like I was saying, trying to time the art and the seeds at the same time. Those seeds went before
that's probably
we
good
could
because I'll probably get the right format over there before then. So who knows?
we'll send it back and forth a few more times.
It'll happen. Yeah.
But thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you letting me do it for you.
No, it is, and I love what you do too. You know, like when you were looking for your intro song and stuff, you know, you threw it out there to the community. And you're like, look, man, play me something cool. Find me something like this. That's what I want. You know,
I got a few cool
stuff.
entries. Got a few really cool entries. Some are not appropriate for a podcast, but I got some really cool entries from people that I've used them in other like random videos I've done and stuff. So the people are cool. The logos people send me, all that kind of stuff. I really love that shit.
I just love the community as a whole, man. They're so just ready to do shit for everybody. You know what I mean? Just whatever it is, somebody has a niche somewhere. You know what I mean? And I really that's what's up about it. And Lobster, shout out to him. He did a song for us as well. Just jack of all trades, that guy.
Cool
but hell yeah,
dude.
Badass motherfucker. Doesn't have as cool of a name as Ye Motherfucking Hall, but he's right up underneath it.
That is a cool. I like to give him a shout out on my show just for fun. Like he didn't even. I'm like, shout out to you, motherfucking Hod, just because of his name.
You know he's cool.
We like to get him right. We like to get him on just so we can make him say his own name.
Right. And then the other one is like fuckery afoot. So that's
I love that.
You know what I mean? And he spells it like PH. Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah.
Some chaos in my neighborhood. I don't want to know what I just heard. That was loud. I didn't hear shit. Let's put in this other AirPod and I ain't heard shit.
What you talking about, Will?
Huh?
In 3 hours, when the cops get there, I don't know, dude. I was on a podcast and the fucking shit was up loud. I didn't hear a damn thing.
I got proof. Just ignore everything we say, but here's the timing. Okay.
We'll tell him you were with us, Nor, and we got your back.
Right.
It might
definitely
around that.
Definitely wasn't me. I love the answer of I didn't hear anything, and then you close the door. That's the best. I don't know, sir.
I see somebody in chat, Stony Rockfeller in chat was saying, Rasta Jeff, you looking for music?
Not looking, but I mean, if you sent something that was cool, we'd put it on the podcast.
He makes some killer music. He's done that big for us as well.
Yeah.
You've seen the show, so if it fits the start or the end of the show, either during the cool video part, the video intro, or the part where I talk, or the ending somewhere, I'll put it on there. Hell yeah. Not even
name. Girlfriend, Natalie Bradford Art, I think is her IG. They both do killer art. She's like she does like collages and stitch art. I can't remember the name of that shit, but it's all super dope stuff. Astro Charlie, he's a phenomenal graphic designer. He went to school for all the shit, you know what I mean? Shout out to them. They're both super dope artists. Hell yeah.
I love the artists. I can't do that shit, so that stuff blows my mind. I can scribble out an idea, but I can't do what you guys do.
Well, to like make art and make it practical are two different things. You know what I mean? Like anybody can draw a picture and shit, but to make that a practicality for somebody else is completely different. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's all just learning and shit.
No, man, shit like drawing a straight line, you know, like a good curved line, you know, a smooth line, that is completely beyond my capability. Like that is how bad of an artist I am. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Dude, I still have trouble coloring in between the lines, let alone drawing my own pictures from whatever's going on in my brain. So, like, I'll draw you a pretty mean stick man, but that's about where my artistic talent begins and ends.
Right. There was a point, like I took an art class, and I'm like, right, I get the idea of shading. Like, I understand how it works. My fucking hand does not, though. My hand fucking does not at all understand how fucking shading works or how the fucking lines that you need to stay in works. My hand is like a palsied out fucking asshole.
You should start with a coloring book, bro. If
I
you
always
could
said
stay
that's
in the
why I
lines.
always said that's why I was a good pipe welder. You know, when your hand shakes like that, it's easy to fucking walk your weld right up that
fucking beads are beautiful.
The big wags in
Fuck
the
yeah,
glass,
man.
though.
Yeah, they say it looks like a machine did it. Yeah, you're damn right, because I've been shaking like this for 30 fucking years.
Yo, the glass artist will hire you to be a wig wagger.
Yeah. The more coffee you shake, the tighter your welds get. I'm lucky enough that I found a couple of artists that they can interpret my silly scribbles. Like all I have to do is draw like a stick man holding a kite with a cloud, and they go, "Oh, you want this, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's really what I meant." But
Holy
they
shit!
can,
Like, yeah. Some people send some crazy shit, and then like what they want out of it, it's like, what the fuck? So to be able to interpret it, that's a whole art within itself. You're absolutely right.
yeah,
To find like what is it, like they call it a muse or whatever? You know what I mean? That person that can like understand you. That's a gift.
Oh, dude, that's like playing Pictionary with your wife or something, right? Like nobody has a clue what the fuck she is talking about, but you're like, oh, dude, I got that. Yeah. And you say it, you nail it, and everybody's like, how in the fuck? And you're like, dude, how do you not see that? I get that.
She drew a squiggly line because you and her hate the squiggly line in the one parking lot. She's like, why did they paint that line like that? And you and her talk about it every time you park there. And so you went, squiggly line, and you went, parking lot. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Like,
see, for my situation, it would be like the old lady giving me dirty looks because I see damn well know exactly what the hell she's drawing, and she's giving me the freaking looks, and I'm just like, durr. Meanwhile, if I was drawing, that's how that situation would be. She'd probably pick it up, like, you know, you get that like quarter inch of a line started to draw on it. It's like, oh, bang, I got it. So, me, not so much.
When
she doesn't draw. She
What?
doesn't draw. She crosses her arms and looks at you and expects you to know the answer.
Yeah. Just beam it straight through.
That's when you show up to game night and never get to the games because everybody's too sick. Oh man! Shout out to game night.
Games are fun as hell though. Like I remember, like, you know, you hit high school-ish and you kind of like, oh, board games are stupid kind of thing. But then you get older and like introduced to a bunch of board games, like Carcassonne's one. We were at my auntie's and she's like, me and my dad were just hanging out with her one time. So, oh, let's play this game. And I'm like, no, I don't like the sounds of that. And it was like 2 PM, and we ended up playing this game till like from 2 PM till 4 AM, like 3 days consecutively. It was like, holy shit. And then you're like, okay, so this is a fucking cool as hell game. What else is out there? And it's a good
Dude,
shit.
I was hooked on Risk from like since I was a child. I loved that game. It took forever, but I loved Risk.
That's where you lose me. You got to have a fairly quick turnaround on it of like maybe an hour. Because if it gets too drawn out, then I'm just like, I can barely sit still for a movie without you losing me and me wandering around the house and finding something else to do. So.
No, I was there for, I remember a couple nights playing against like my dad and my uncles. And like I said, I was like 9 playing this game, man. And I was dominating the world sometimes. It was rather interesting.
Well, it's a very cool game. I got nothing really bad about it to say. It's just I can't sit still that long.
I was always a Monopoly, like family Monopoly, because it got just fucking down and out dirty in my household, man. Like you didn't go to the bathroom because motherfuckers steal your shit, you know. But like, we get mad, flip a board because, you know, like person have too many houses, and then they didn't remember how many houses they had. So, you know, you're like snatching fucking houses off the carpet, throwing them back in the fucking bank and shit. Oh yeah, shit got ruthless in my house.
Monopoly was a good way to get family in a fight.
Can't get away with that now because take a picture before you go to the bathroom.
Take your money with you and shit.
Yeah, take your
I
money
don't play
with
the
you.
I win at Monopoly. I don't do the dumb shit. I win. People are like, it's over. Why? How did Monopoly end? I'm like, because I fucking played right. I didn't fucking pussyfoot around the board and do all the dumb shit other people do. I went in and I fucking won. Here we go. It's over. Give me all your fucking money. I understand this.
They
I
wouldn't
understood the assignment.
We had the cards, the Monopoly cards. They wouldn't let us have that game board and the joint. You know what I mean? So we had the cards, but that shit was still badass, man. We're still playing Monopoly. That shit was fun. So it's still the same concept. You had to get in there and win.
Yeah. Too many people want to sit around and build hotels and shit all. And I'm like, no, I'm winning. I've already done the shit that needs to be done. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, you just fucking start raking in the money quick and just screw everybody at all just right away. No fucking.
Do they have a pot one yet?
Did they have a what?
Do they have a weedopoly yet? Potopoly?
Probably.
I bet they do. I bet they do.
Monopoly, dude, you just go forever.
Spider mites go 3 spaces back.
Oh,
Shoot,
it's time to invent a game here. Imagine all the little cannabis objects we could have.
So many people just got rich right now.
Oh yeah, I just kind of cringe just a little bit when he says, "Yeah, fuckers." I was kind of thinking yeah, no, man, spider mites, your ass going to jail until you can roll out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that or trim jail.
Use eagle.
Stuck in trim jail for two turns. Because it just sucks up your time.
I heard this dude the other day on the phone when I was in the shop, and he didn't think I heard him, and he had mentioned, "Oh yeah, that was the eagle back in veg." And later on, I heard him coughing and shit like that. I was like, "Yeah, that's probably that eagle you're fucking coughing right there." He's like, "You heard that shit?" It's like that.
Yummy.
Yeah, that's just wild. That's why you preach conscience. Not even gonna go there right now. Two stone grow.
We know what you're saying.
Yeah. Hence,
we'll say ethical.
Yeah, but that's another good thing. Ethical growing, you know what I mean, and being responsible, and hugging your mom, because that's just responsible life shit. Stoners, we forget shit sometimes. You know what I mean? My mom texted me tonight. I probably didn't text her all day because I was fucking busy and stoned and shit. I need to air hug my mom when I get home.
Yep. It just came up accidentally at the end of the second episode. I was like, in another podcast I do a long time ago, my buddy got high and he said, we did an episode where Siegfried and Roy, one of them got bitten by a tiger in an old podcast I was on. And my buddy wrapped it up all high and he goes, shout out to anybody that owns a tiger. And so in the first episode, he was on it and he said, shout out to anybody that owns a tiger. On the second one, I busted out, take a fat dab and hug your mom. And it was just organic. It was just being kind of a smart ass sort of. And when I listened to it, I was like, we're going to say that every show. That's going to be every episode. It's on the back of t-shirts now. A Snapchat?
You have a slap of that?
Oh, a slap of that. No, but I should.
Yeah, you definitely need a slap of that. That'd be funny as fuck.
All right. That's
random
the next start.
stickers on people's cars. Along with Prophet's mom was here. You still got to see that slap somewhere.
That'd be on the hood of the car.
I should design that. I should actually design that one.
Yeah, there you go.
Just so I could show you guys that I can do it.
That was good. Right in the middle of the hood of the car.
Yeah.
I'll just
and
fucking
2 handprint stickers to go with it. So you can just put those there also.
Oh, yeah. I just add the border. I just got to connect the border.
That's what the sticker should look like. It should look like 2 hands, 2 tits, and across the middle of it should just say hashtag Prophet's mom was here.
Or the tip of
that's Slickloff. That's
the end
Me
of
and
it.
DB are gonna have to talk about this.
Be like the balls, Prophet's mom was here, and the tip. We'll have a whole version.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk this one out. We want it to be there, but we don't want it to be too blatant. That's the thing. And that's gonna be the key. Not sure what it's gonna be yet, but
I've spent way too much brain power on this idea. My brain was really going. I had to bail out.
oh no, my brain's reeling now.
Welcome to a day in this fucking circle. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a breeze compared to Discord.
Yeah.
You miss a day at Discord. You're like, what the fuck is going
Yo.
on? Holy shit.
Yeah, I've been really lost lately, guys. I've been really lost.
Yeah, the memes in my Discord confuse me. I don't I'm like, am I old or did I miss a lot?
Those are my favorite.
There's a
There's
lot
so-
Well, we're trying to catch up to our conversations through the day and shit like that. So it's like you jump in, like a couple hours go by and it's like 30, 40 messages on there, and you're like, oh shit, what's going on? You're like trying to like just get the quick catch up of what's going on, you know?
Half the time I get on there and I'm like, okay, fuck, who died? Everybody's all right.
Shout out to Raider getting better. Shout out to Indica B.
And it could be
Lyme's disease. Who the fuck gets Lyme's disease? Shout out to you, man. That's
Lots of people, dude.
It's rough. And then not know for all that time, that shit wreaks havoc on you.
You're gonna have it forever, dude. I
Yep.
go through fucking Lyme disease treatment for tick bites.
On top of it, yeah, man. Strong brother, I think.
Yeah, he is.
I got to go up there and see him and give him some of that granddaddy garlic that Mobius and Adam chuck. That's just going to be nice. I just dried that up and jarred it up. So in a couple weeks, I'll go up yonder or something and drop some off because he grew some out and that shit was phenomenal. Really good smoke. So those guys are good.
Those kids grow. Yeah.
Good cats.
They're part of my test team. They do a really good job. They've got testers going for me. As soon as they're done with them, they'll have more testers going.
Dude, that fucking Saka souffle that fucking Rosin Man's been showing there, dude. That thing is just, my lord.
You guys can't complain about trim jail. You just go click, click, and that fucking thing is trimmed, bro. It's done.
Yeah, there was
leaves on the whole plant. Yeah.
Jeff, are you following in chat? It looks like Stoney and Chad Westport are ganging up on you.
It takes at least 2 or 3 of them.
for you to have a good time.
Yeah, get together and
go time.
So DP, if you head up there, I'm only 45 minutes away. Maybe I'll hop the train and meet you there.
It's more of me allegedly heading up there.
Okay. I mean, if you do, let me know.
You dig.
If you or someone you know per se was to get on a train at some point in time and place and go to a different place, which I cannot confirm or deny, I could potentially meet you on a train in some place.
Allegedly.
Time.
Allegedly.
Listen,
my friend.
Hypothetically.
I'm gonna ask what kind of train first, because you know I've fallen for that one.
Did you say you followed for that one? I think you said.
Was that toothpaste?
Profit.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to make it family friendly here.
Hey, there you go. We got a little question in chat here. Stoney wants to know if you're looking for testers. You're kind of always looking for testers. You have a criteria. Do you want to tell them about it real quick?
Damn, it's like you listen to my podcast. If you want to test seeds for me, I would love to hear from you. I've got a podcast all about testing. Search for the Grow From Your Heart podcast. Search for the tester episode. Give that a watch, a listen, however you do it. And then send me an email once you've done that. If you're in this chat, there's a good likelihood that we'll pick you for testing. But do that. Send me the proper emails. Do the proper stuff. If I don't pick you right away, don't feel bad, because it'll be like a Friday night when I'm kind of caught up on life and chores, and I'll just make like 10 tester packs and I'll put them in the envelopes and get them out. And then I won't fuck with testers for another 2 weeks. So don't feel bad if I ignore you or blow you off for 12 weeks. You may randomly get a fucking email one day. So send in your application. I'll do what I can. No promises. There's a lot of stuff to be tested, so I'm trying to get them out. But life is life. We get busy.
I am. And the fact that, like you said, you're always looking for testers, it's
I'm always making new stuff.
Yep. So
And that you guys are talking about Saka Souffle and the machine that you've seen Mobius and Rosman grow. I haven't even had to talk about those. I haven't advertised those or spread them out or said anything, and everybody's hyped up on them just because of what my test crew is doing. So that works beautifully for me.
Their photos, their descriptions, all that shit, they've stepped up way as much. You know what I mean? The whole team builds up off your, you know what I mean, your vibe. So hell yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Send them the beans. They get they're ahead of the game, so they're smoking the new medicine first, and then they get the pictures. I get the pictures. Then everyone wants the beans. And then while I'm doing that, we're sending out new testers so that people are wondering what's coming next. Bubba Kush to a rise, by the way. But I didn't say that out loud.
Son of a
Is
bitch.
that twice? Is that twice tonight? I believe.
What?
That might have been.
Yeah,
that might have been.
We're
That might have been
squeezing stuff
tonight
right
as
out
you
of
go
them.
through this episode.
We've been busy. We have been busy at Irie Genetics. Yes, we have.
Very nice. Very nice.
Are you able to tell us, is that a Katsu Bubba or does that come from another source?
It's just the original. I think it's from Bubba, the original Bubba Kush. It's not from a seed. It's the original Bubba Kush clone.
Wow, that's very cool.
It's like coffee and earthy and kind of musky. Yeah, it stayed low to the ground. It flowered really short. It was the fastest finisher in the bunch. There were 12 in the greenhouse. That one finished first, I think, if I remember correctly. It was definitely the shortest plant, real squat, big fat leaves. Just grinding it up. The way that I pull out the seeds is I just cut the plants into a bin and let them dry, and then I pull out the sticks and then just grind it up with the glove. Just grind it into dust. When I was grinding it up, I was just like, I was like coffee and just chocolate tones coming out. It was so nice. And I didn't even cure it. It was just barely dried. It was just popping out, just beautiful. Yeah, it was so
Have you ever used
delicious.
one of the seed separators? I've seen those like boxes and they have like the slants.
Yeah, I've got a smaller version one. I've got a much
Yeah.
smaller version. It's more, mine's more practical. That thing's a big fucking contraption with a shot vac attached to it and shit. Mine's about the size of this box.
Yeah, I thought
It's
I
honestly,
saw profits
about-
like purple there helping out.
it definitely speeds life up. You pour in all the shit in one side and the seeds come out the other and the crap comes out the other side. It helps a lot.
Yeah, it's one part of the job I don't care for. The thing I hate the most though is squishing the seeds to just a time consuming. Make sure there's actually something viable in there. Eh?
Yeah.
Well, now, don't a lot of those get sucked out with the plant matter, though, since they're so light? You know, those unviable ones that are just like the husk and the crack easy, don't they go out with the plant matter a lot of times in your separator?
A lot, but not all. I'd push on 90% of the seeds that go into a pack. They go into a bowl and they go like onto the table or onto another small bowl and then into the package. And I press on them. My finger will get a little callous by the end of the day when we're doing seeds. Yeah, I press on almost every seed.
Yeah,
You probably just made somebody like really fucking giddy like a kid, and now they'll never pop that seed. They're like, oh my God,
Right.
he touched it. He touched
Right.
every one of it.
I randomly sign packs. If like Seeds Here Now orders 100 packs or whatever, 10 or 20 of them will just have randomly be signed. And I call it, nobody has mentioned it yet, so they must not have made it out. They're still in transit. They're still getting shipped. They're still getting spread. But free fucking seeds. There's just a little disc inside of some seed packs, and they're labeled free fucking seeds. I haven't told anybody what the strain. I know what it is, but free fucking seeds is just a thing that people will randomly start to discover in packs here pretty soon. If you get a 5 or a 10 pack and there's another disc and it just says free fucking seeds, that's exactly what it is. Free fucking seeds. Enjoy. Have a good time. Yeah, just spreading some shit out. It's a fun lottery. It's like a golden ticket for people. They have no idea it's coming. Free fucking seeds always make people happy.
I got
Always.
6 seeds in my 5 seed pack, so I'm
There
already.
you
Is
go.
it some hypey shit? Is it some hypey shit just so they can get
I-
excited? You ain't got to tell them
just-
what it is. Just
just-
is it some
just-
hypey shit?
It's unreleased. It's unreleased.
It's
Just
original
some free fucking seeds. Yeah.
skunk.
I don't think it's that. I don't
Yeah,
think
it
it's
is.
that. Yeah, it is
Oh,
that.
God.
It's definitely those two together.
Yeah,
Skunk
yeah,
piss.
yeah. Yep.
Damn, skunk piss. Let's get that going. Somebody make that for me. That'd be a fire strain.
Oh yeah.
Skunk piss.
Shout out to Stoney. He gave me some green piss. That's that cat piss crossed with, I guess, green crack, I'm guessing.
Green piss is a totally different problem.
Yeah.
That's
Bong.
that's Dr. Visit OG is what that is, bro. If you got green piss,
I
you need to
had a
go to
great
the urologist.
Thanks.
I drink enough Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
mountain-
had too
Bees
many
would
kale
definitely be
shakes.
pissing that shit.
I'm gonna grab a different concentrate. I'm almost going through this 4-gram jar, and I bought it yesterday. Yesterday. Sorry, I forgot who I was talking to.
Slacker.
Oh, good. Great show tonight, guys. Thanks for joining. I needed this. We're in a great spot in the day. Good times. I was sitting here watching it. The best part is the way I got my shit set up is I see you guys on the screen right here in front of me. But if I look up, I can see that the Atlanta Braves are only a few outs away from winning the World Series. So it's a pretty big deal. I know everybody's like, shut the fuck up about baseball, but no, I will not.
No.
I had a coworker that went to like game 3 and 4, I think, in Atlanta. Is that right?
I didn't hear you, sorry.
But I have a coworker that actually went over the weekend to games like 3 and 4 in Atlanta.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Or 4 and
Yeah.
5, I think,
Or-
maybe
yeah,
3
it
and 4,
was-
4 and 5, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's
That'd be
really
cool.
funny? Hey, Prophet, what's it feel like to get imitated by Rasta Jeff? Because he totally just pulled a fucking Prophet. He's over there fucking banging around, fucking shit, not even on fucking camera. You should have had about 3 people yelling at you in the background. That would have been fucking really. No, that's great. Fucking Prophet does it all the time. It's awesome. Now we can't
It
yell
is.
at him.
I feel like family. I feel like family.
Oh, you're
You
welcome.
hear all that shit?
That was great.
My favorite
man.
was when he used to eat chips on the show and you get the crinkle, 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 and then the crunch, crunch, crunch. It's like, dude, like, fuck.
I was just learning Zoom, man. All right. I didn't
Just
realize
now,
how
huh?
sensitive the fucking mic was.
Very, evidently.
Apparently, this is now my laptop because I've broken up so much bud on it that like the buttons are sticky, especially the mute button, which is a space bar over here. Yeah,
It's all
wife
too
is
convenient
complaining.
of the story. This is all too convenient of the story I'm hearing.
I swear to God, it's actually bud on it now. Yeah,
That's
The
all right.
mute button's so
Mike-
sticky.
I think I
My
muted
computer
this
ends up
mic.
covered in dabs.
I knew
I
you were
muted this
where
mic when I
you're
walked
going.
away.
All right, you caught me. You were right, DP.
Hey, it's not every day people get to give you fucking shit, so I'm gonna take my fucking chance. Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. That sounds
Read the-
badass.
What's
Read
that
the
all
cross.
about?
Read the cross on that.
I
You know
can't
that I gotta
fucking
make
see
that
it.
bigger.
Garlic banger crossed with something cake.
What? Garlic banger and
Yeah, cake. What the fuck?
something
Wait,
cake.
what the?
It's pussy cake.
That's
Yeah.
I had some. Oh my god, man! I had some pootie tang, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit was kind of stinky.
Does it have crab terp?
Does it
Oh,
burn
I'm not a dad.
when you pee now?
Got the green piss now. It actually, the flavor is described. It says heavy gas. When I saw it at the store, I thought it said honey and gas, but it says heavy gas.
It's decent.
So it's either going to smell like a dog fart or gasoline. I'm not sure which one.
And everybody
Maybe
likes
both.
your description, so let's give this a rip.
Ooh, this should be good. Not to put you on the spot.
And them.
Da, da, da.
He does all right.
2 dabs enter, 1 dab leaves.
Nice.
Taste bud.
Not in that motherfucker's world. 2 dabs enter, they both getting done at once.
Yeah.
That's right.
He
Master.
said he went through fucking 4 grams and then in like a day or
Yeah.
something like that.
2
Yeah.
lungs enter, no lungs will leave.
Yeah.
That's all
Right. Manual breathing.
It already smells like all the cake strains, like all the cookie and cake shit. It smells like that already, plus a little gassiness. But
Are
it's
you a
got that like
Are you a fan of the cake?
sometimes. It's not.
I'm
I
a fan
would,
of-
if
I'm a fan of the high, but I think the smell just is.
I prefer the cake batter flavor when it's got that sweetness that kind of lingers, other than the sweetness that's like fluffy. And I maybe that's just in my brain. I taste more of a cake batter than a finished cake, sort of a frosting. I don't like the sweet frosting. I like the batter, I think, is what I'm trying to say.
like it thicker. You like that
thicker.
heavier flavor.
Yeah, more cookies, less sweetness. The Girl Scout cookies flavor.
Yeah, I always liked my cakes that were a lot more like on that fucking, almost that bakery side. That it's not real sweet, but it's kind of, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, should we yell at them about all we can hear is your damn torch?
Let me get a little closer to the mic.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna jump off, guys. I gotta work tomorrow, so thank you for coming on. It was awesome. Good info. Everybody else have an awesome night, and I will catch you soon.
Adios.
Thanks for hanging out.
See you.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Green Goddess.
Have a good night.
Great to see you.
I'm excited to hear this live report of the pussy cake /
Pussy cake.
whatever else it was. Who cares what the other fucking half is?
Yeah, we got some funky coochie terps going on.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh.
garbage. So that's like vampire coochie shit. Dead vampire.
It'd be anti-vampire, wouldn't it?
More specifically, whose pussy? Like, it could be a lot of options. Cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, so while you're trying to take a dab, I want to ask you about 17 questions. How about we do that? Do you have like a temperature you like to dab at? I mean, like, I'd really like to know the answer, like right now.
Yeah, like, seriously, hurry up. Holy shit, dude.
You're really killing this fucking show.
Feel it. That hot. Feel it. That's the temp I like. Put your beard on it and see. That's the perfect temp.
I'll tell you
Is
what,
that how you know?
I got to get a fucking temperature thing, man. I keep on putting it off.
Is that how you
But
test
Chris,
it?
your wrist and your hand work so well until it touches it.
You dip your tip of your dread into it just to make sure.
That would ruin everything.
It
That would ruin everything.
Everybody. Everybody.
You could just see the sadness in his face just thinking about it.
I just thought of all the bad. Yeah, nobody wants a burnt dread smell. Nobody wants a dread in the banger. Nobody wants dabs in a dread. All of this.
No.
I remember when I dropped stock on my red hot banger almost.
All right, so the arm hair is moving a little from that dab. Got a little arm hair movement. Slight dab sweats. Tastes amazing. It's got the heavy gases there, but that undertone of like a cake strain is definitely in it. Some sort of really sweet cake battery sort of thing. That's definitely there. But more gas. And no brakes. It's getting higher.
Hell yeah.
That's decent. One of those no ceilings.
Yeah, that's got to say something to it right there. I mean, not all of them will keep you going. So,
when you take a dab that big, it takes a minute for all of it to get to you. I know that my lungs can absorb it. I think there's a lot just sitting there. Like my lungs are probably permeated, and I got to absorb it. It'll take a second.
you probably got like you're just like burning through like different layers of resin that's just like built up on that motherfucker. Like this is a dab from like 3 months ago that's just now getting down there.
Just
you got
digging through.
Your brain pushing out new cannabinoids.
I'm trying to figure out how you don't cough your brains out for 5 minutes after a dab like that, man.
Yeah.
I need to recover.
I'm with you, Prophet.
Like that would have fucked me up for 5.
I die after
minutes.
Almost killed Flip. Right, almost killed.
That's funny.
Do you ever like walk and just fall over?
Maybe.
Does everybody?
Like that'd be that's the same. Like just control your lungs like you do your lungs or your legs. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but it's the same. I don't know. Just Jedi breathe. It's a little bit of Lamaze. It's a little bit of breathing I learned in a karate class. It's a little bit of yoga breathing. Just control, I guess. Mind over matter.
Yeah, my lungs realize what's going on, and they tighten right up at that moment of like where it's tasting so good that you can't stop, and then that's all of a sudden it's just like king, and that's usually where
But you admitted you have bitch lungs.
I do. I do.
Bong.
I'll tell you what, overburpy shit gets sometimes. It gets you like right in the back of the lungs because it's just so like
too much like limonene terp will definitely zing you. Yeah.
I got this out
grab your
just
too much of like
so good.
You know that like almost like powdery. So the lemon Jeffrey to me, it has almost like that crystal light lemon powder. Like, boom, like right. That specific terp right there, like will take my fucking breath away. Like almost like someone fucking solar punch you fucking right in the solar plexus.
I don't think I've ever said this publicly. We're gonna have eye problems from all these concentrated terps we're smoking. Like I don't think it's good for us. It's got to be bad for us in some sort of way. We're gonna get eye or some sort of nerve damage from it if we keep overdoing the terps like we were. Maybe not. In Colorado, we can buy just the terps. Like I've got like a jar of just fucking, I'll grab it just so you know I'm not talking shit. I'm gonna make a lot of noise. Pardon me.
Well, we're used to it from you by now.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fuck.
Let me go walk past the drum set just to make this worth our time.
All I'm seeing is Step Brothers right now.
That's about the only way.
Drums.
That's about the only way you can top Profit when he walks away from the camera.
But this is a jar of terps.
So you can add distillate shit like that, right? Whatever you want, just. But it's derived from cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Holy fuck, that is a lot of terps. That is a fucking expensive jar right there.
It's nearly frozen, so it doesn't move, but it's a high terpene full spectrum extract, HTFSE. But you just take a dab and just put just a touch of this on it, and it'll make your whole lungs feel like they expand and explode. So we've got access to this. And I think if we keep going too hard, this will injure us eventually. I have no science behind it, but we use that shit to like use lemon terps and orange terps to clean stuff, like grease cleaner. So imagine what smoking it's probably going to do to us in several years.
Well, I'm a big fan of solventless.
Yeah.
Good solventless. Bad solventless sucks.
Well, the solventless still has terps. It's the terps that I'm talking about.
Absolutely. I'm saying like, nobody's adding anything. It's just, what I mean, what it is. Because people are trying to, especially around here in Chicago, people try to sneak in whatever they can. If you don't know somebody, you know what I mean? So shout out to the Cannon family. You know what I mean? So we don't got to deal with that bullshit because, people do that for real.
Team keeping it real.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to call it a night myself. It's been a long day.
We're going to dock your pay.
That's all right. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for being here, bro. This was fun.
Thanks for having a beautiful mustache, Bees.
Get out of here, Bees.
I'm letting the rest grow into.
I see it too, but you still that's gnarly.
I had to get that established first to assert dominance on the rest of the beard. Now I can let the rest come in because it knows its place. You know what I mean? Like you're fucking below me. Get it. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Later, Bees.
See, with bees, the top dusts off the penis and the bottom dusts off the balls. That's what he's going.
Spartan, bro. That's too lazy to type. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't keep up with the comments.
I gave up a long time ago.
My phone died.
I love everybody. Love you, chat.
Yep, love you, chat. My phone is way over there.
I can
You
only
guys are
pay
savages.
attention to this or them. One or the
Oh,
other.
man.
Are you an edible person?
You could eat me if you want.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, Fluff's had his tongue up your ass all day. I bet he would.
Man, what the fuck?
Do you drink Bucha every day?
Yeah, when I get home, that's the thing I reach for. I used to drink too much soda, so now I just do kombucha. I haven't had soda in probably 2 years now. So
I recently got back on it. I'm ashamed to even show it, but
oh man, that's the heart attack in a can right there.
Man, you'll have to tell me. I already know.
And I don't know how you do the booch, man. I fucking tried once. I spent like $7 on this goddamn bottle of booch. I opened it up. I like a dipshit. I smelled it. That was the first fucking mistake, is I smelled it, and then I fucking tasted it. I about threw up, and that motherfucker went in the garbage can like right
Did
outside
you have
the
like a
fucking door.
spinach one or something? Because like,
No, dude, it was like
bad.
probably one of the motherfuckers he's holding in his hand. I had some like cherry cavi. That motherfucker right there. Yes,
Yeah, that one. I was gonna say this one is like girly and sweet and real light, and I could chug the shit out of this one. This one is like powerful and tastes like fucking bum wine and old beer, but it's also tastes like golden pineapple and it's delicious. I was gonna say you probably got this kind and should have went for this kind, but if you started with this kind and hurt yourself, I don't know what to say, brother.
I didn't hurt myself. It made me want to vomit because it tastes like complete and utter ass.
Oh man, this is like my favorite. This is the thing. This is one of my favorite drinks ever. Like,
I don't know if I want to pay that much for that.
and they're only like $3 here. It's only like
Yeah.
$3 here.
fine.
But it's,
I
yeah,
must say, I was
like,
bitching
you
about
know,
$3 fucking espresso double shots.
that's because I'm, in the fucking Midwest and the fucking South of the Midwest. Them motherfuckers, they're like, what is this shit? It sits on the fucking shelf, so we'll just charge fucking people like the
Yeah.
dipshits who do buy it. They just charge a bunch for it.
So that when I come to visit from out of town, I got to pay $8.
Gotta bring
there you
your
go.
own.
That's
I went
right.
to Oklahoma and couldn't find kombucha. I found one at one gas station. I was like, I'm gonna get like a truckload of these while we're here. Like, yeah,
The guy probably looked at you like,
you're the
Put it
only
out
one that
longer,
buys them.
maybe.
well,
Right.
And that's what
Right.
happens when I bought it. The motherfuckers looked at me like, you one of them goddamn weirdos, ain't you?
How do you pronounce that?
stuff.
The best part's the kombucha burp after. That's the best part.
Is it though? Is it?
Do you have to chew that
Completely
drink?
false.
Like from the sound of it, I feel like you gotta like literally chew this drink.
No. It's delicious.
Is it liquid?
It's liquid, bro. Yeah. This
All
one,
right.
this one is like a soda. This one's like a healthy alternative to a soda, basically.
No, because it's fermented. You know what I mean? So it
Yeah.
has bublés and stuff like that. It would be fancy, whatever. Pinky up.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah.
You put it in glass.
This one would be more like a champagne, and this one would be like a stout beer.
Once for
Just
like
with
a
the amount of,
sun,
and you can see
like a rainy Tuesday.
Well,
there's no
it's funny,
chunkies
the
in
way-
the bottom, and this
Alright,
one's
so
filled with chunkies in the bottom.
See, from
know,
the
it's
name,
funny,
I thought
though,
it was
the way
like a
you-
blended thing.
The way you described the fucking the second one, I was like, oh yeah, like old bum wine and fucking thick, gross. Like that sounded way better. But the fucking other one's just nasty. It's fucking nasty. I'll give it another try one of these days, I guess.
Don't force yourself to drink anything you don't like just because I do it.
No, people just keep saying it, and it's honestly it's probably good for my gut, so I should. But
Like,
and I look for a good alternative. Like I started drinking like fucking aloe water and shit when I can find it. So
That's good for you. Coconut water, aloe water, that stuff will help you out a lot.
coconut water.
Coconut water also.
When you're like so thirsty, been outside all fucking day doing something, and you're just thirsty. That's just so refreshing. Fuck.
Yep. It makes you feel cold.
It's not even. I'm not just saying this because you're on the show, but like, I heard you say it one day, and like I was in the store, I was so fucking thirsty. I saw coconut water, I grabbed it, and that shit was refreshing as fuck. I was like, God damn it, this shit is refreshing.
and we all know when that was. So he was like, God damn it,
Right.
this motherfucker just shit.
I try to take decent care of myself. Like fucking, I think I'm doing okay, but you always find out there's new shit you're not doing right.
Yeah, it's good to put it out to the public too, though. You know what I mean? Hey, these are just things that you might not even know you're doing. You know what I mean? People
To bring
might
it-
just,
To bring it back to a weed conversation, the plants kind of taught me that. I used to eat like shit. I used to microwave and fast food everything and drink fucking 3 of those 20-ounce Dr. Peppers every day. And then I was like, wait a minute, why am I mixing up? I'm spending so much money on nutrients and pH meters. Why do I care more about what the plants are eating than me? Like,
So you
I'm
went
eating
organic?
shit.
you an organic?
No, I grow salts. I grow in salts. Yeah,
I
but
know.
But it was like, I was like, man, why am I measuring out CalMag and phosphorus and potassium and all these other things? But then when I go to the store, I'm like, burritos. Like that's you know,
Hell
burritos are
yeah.
great. Sometimes you can't do burritos 9 days a week like I was trying to do. Burritos and pizza. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
And
I don't
Dr.
know,
Pepper.
man. I've seen Encino, man, and burritos are meat group. That's the entire meat
That's
group
it,
right
buddy.
there.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, I was just thinking
That is a
Cannabis
great
project. I was
goddamn movie.
Yeah, and this guy like he had IBS real bad, but he's just eating all that shit all the time. You know what I mean? And so he started doing research, reset his whole entire gut system, whole biome
Yeah.
down there by just eating right and shit. You know what I mean? By healthy probiotics and knowing what the fuck he's putting in there. And that's just from same with cannabis, like you were talking about. You know what I mean? It's just if you're taking that much care, just
Yeah. You start paying attention to what goes in and notice like, hey, when I eat fucking 7 burritos, I feel like shit. But when I ate something that had some lettuce and some vegetables in it, I actually had some energy today. When I quit
I
drinking 7 Dr. Peppers and drink some water, the piss flowed real nice. Like start
well,
noticing
I
stuff.
got like store plants propagating on shelves and shit now. You know what I mean? Just cause like you know what I mean? Like cannabis, at least for me, and I know it does for some other people, you know what I mean? It makes you want to learn on other levels, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Besides cannabis and how you can utilize that, especially in today's times. Fuck, kind of a resource, you know. I'm just
Try not to
dabbling.
talk over everybody. I talk a
I'm just
lot, so try to give space.
rambling on dab. Oh, look at that pretty puppy. See, that's what I'm talking about.
ADD.
It's time for another dab.
Dab time again there, DP. I'll play a frog for you. DP called it.
No, I was just laughing because Shredder in chat was saying that he was gonna start drinking his labs if it was make his hair look like fucking Rasta Jeff's, and now I can't unfucking see Rasta Shredder in my head. So, and it's fucking hilarious. So,
But when you said Rasta Shredder, I saw actually Shredder from the Ninja Turtles with the helmet and the face mask and dreads coming out instead of the purple cape. Rastafari.
that'd be fucking kind of cool.
I'm in.
But
Or an Irie Genetics t-shirt.
I did get the pleasure of meeting this Shredder up here in chat at the Clio Croptoberfest up there in Michigan, and to see him right with dreads and that beanie, I'm picturing the beanie too. It'd be a great fucking look, man. Oh, it'd be awesome.
Then we got to pass it up to Uncle Rick.
Sorry, I was pretty stoned there, and I heard my name mentioned.
We're going to take my hat and my dreads off of me and put it right on you for a few days.
Kind of like the idea.
They've got to have a filter or something like that. Kind of how Prophet wears the orange eyebrows on Friday nights. Be able to Photoshop Frosted Jeff's hat and dreads, and Rick can wear those.
You're going to get a drug test at work, I promise.
All right, I'm going to sign off for the night, guys. Man, it's been great hanging out with you, RJ.
It's fun hanging out, bro. Thanks for being here with me.
Always.
Thanks for the invite tonight,
man.
you guys.
Dude, it's always good having you.
Great to
It's
see
great,
you, Fluff.
great talking
to
chat. Always talking to my friends. Peace. Love y'all.
Peace out, brother.
Y'all didn't know he's my part-time therapist. He's a great guy.
Oh, geez. He's doing great. Great work.
Building skills, I bet.
Complaints tonight now.
I'm totally gonna have to go to him. Can I use you as a recommendation?
Well, like when you start the conversation off, be like, whatever you did to DP, do the opposite to me, because we're not so sure that shit's working.
He would never give me his number. He's not that nuts.
You just have to get him all dabbed up enough so that he's not thinking clearly. I think that's the key. You get Fluffy effed up enough, then you might. Are you on the mushrooms again tonight, Rick? You're quieter than normal, and usually that's a pretty good indicator that you've been eating mushrooms.
No.
No, not tonight.
No, that life is behind me, okay?
For about another week.
Yeah.
Until it's
I quit.
right in front of him.
I quit until I start again, man.
Yeah, usually.
I only do it when I got it.
Yeah.
I'm not into the bird feeder bangers. They just don't do it for me.
I've never
Like that
even
open
seen
trough
one
on the
in real life.
bottom. When the dab goes into that open trough and I start inhaling, I feel like a lot of my dab is just sitting in that open trough, not getting to me, and it's going up into the air. When it's in here,
you gotta waste it to
I go.
taste it, bro. You gotta waste it to taste it, dude. That's what I was told one day.
Yeah, one of those terpy boys, bro. I hit it hot and fucking hurt myself. Cover it up so it's like a fucking yeah.
Yeah, don't
All
let 'em.
right, so you just confirmed that I'm not into the bird feeder.
Yeah, see, they don't even, like I said, we terp slurpers and stuff like that. You don't even see that up here. It's just like everybody has one banger and it's black as fuck. It seems just 'cause it's been heated up so many times.
I kind of do and kind of don't miss those days, bro. You're in the fun times right now.
Yeah, well, it's it's just kind of funny because like I was kind of the late bloomer to the dabs, right? And then that's kind of what you walk into, like I was saying earlier, kind of like doing hot knives back in high school, but a little bit different format. And wreck your lungs a million times, and then I start learning about the cold start stuff. And I get it. I'm all about that shit now, or trying to at least lower temp dabs once in a while. But everyone else in my area is just like, no, it's fucking hot as fuck. Keep it like glowing red still when you throw it on there.
God. To where your tongue and your lungs just feel roasted. Like, oh, what did I just do to myself?
Yeah. Yeah. You can feel them spasming.
See, I'm a fan of the straws and the nectar collectors, you know. I find them real quick and easy, and I don't know, I have a harder time measuring out dabs, I guess. At least with that, I can just kind of graze along, you know, rather than take a glob and okay, this might be too much or it might not be enough, you know.
Well, it's like an adjustable hoot when you got the nectar collector, right? You go for one pass and that's not enough, go for another.
Yeah.
That's still not enough. Really dig it in this time, and there's a whole fuck too much.
Yep. I mean, once you learn the gracefulness, I seem to stretch my dabs out a little bit more.
About as graceful as a car crash.
Very pretty. Ease your way in, man.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not a fan of vaping pens and shit like that, like cartridges. So like, and I'm not a fan of heating up a fucking straw at work all the time. You know what I mean? So those electronic ones, those are pretty decent.
No, I'm digging that idea.
I keep a couple of the disposable pins in my car all the time. Like,
yeah, me.
You get stuck in a traffic jam, dude.
I got mine for work.
Paid for it.
Yeah, I got mine for work, man.
Dr. Dabber Boost Evo things. It's like those are pretty dope. I've heard. Pretty sure Spartan Grown got one, but we just got one in the shop, and I talked to the owner. Those things are decent. They're supposed to be putting the Puffco Peak to up to the match, but you can get a bunch of different colors and shit. Of course, I'll just throw paint all over it, so whatever. Candle and nothing nice.
I'm really missing the dabs tonight. I should have known, Rasta Jeff, because I knew you were even coming on the show tonight too. Before I made the decision to leave everything at home, so it's like pretty much a given. There's going to be more dabs than usual tonight. And
last time I don't think I had any.
They left the dabs at home. That's like the quote of the evening.
And not in a good way either, right? It's like you know when you're at work and then somebody does the dumb thing and whodunit talk has to happen. Well, that's kind of me today, I guess. I'm that idiot.
So who's in charge of dabs? That was him. He decided to leave him at home.
Yeah.
I've been blaming it on the intern lately.
Yeah, this is good
That's
time.
kind of fun.
Yeah. More dabs.
But on the bright side, there's no shortage of flour when we go to work around here. So that's a great thing. Like, everybody in the crew is heavy smokers. So it's every once in a while you get somebody important stick their head in the truck and it's like, oh, it smells in here. So, I don't know what you're talking about. Quick.
You're a fan of pressing flour, aren't you, Caribou?
Say again?
You're a fan of pressing flour, aren't you?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said you're a fan of pressing flour, aren't you?
Yeah, when I have enough to be able to do it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. But it was like I went and got one of those nug smashers, which is great for doing 1/2 ounce packages, it says, but I'm pretty sure you only get like maybe 10 to 15% return on that kind of thing. It's not very economical. So either you want to be making a lot of fucking edibles afterwards or with your rosin bags, or you got to have a lot of fucking flour to smash through.
Somebody fire alarm going off.
Oh yeah,
Somebody was backing up with the delivery.
Prophet's mom was backing up.
That too.
Okay,
So we know whose house she's at tonight.
It's just
We were all curious. We weren't sure who won the lottery. We were all looking around to see where the noise was coming from. We didn't know where they sent her.
We'll know the green toilet in the morning.
Well, Rick had your coordinates, so you know.
Terrible people. I like this.
That's it.
You're just gonna hold on, man. Hold on tight.
Or just run.
Hold on tight and push real hard at the same time.
Run.
Go throw something out my window at these people trying to do a podcast up here. Shut that fucking siren up.
They heard you, bro. They heard you.
Yeah.
You should go out there and be like, you want a real man to
this.
back that fucking thing up? And back it up for him. One move.
Well, it's like a 40 Econoline van. Like, it's not that hard. And the parking lot's pretty freaking empty. It's not like sometimes when you pull in here at the end of the night and it's just like hard to find a parking spot. Yeah, parking lot's pretty fucking empty. And there it is again. They heard me. They totally heard that.
They're famous now, bro. They're on the show. They're happy.
Yeah.
They're watching.
Kind of like photo bombing, except for just fucking mic bombing, I guess, eh?
So wait, Caribou, that's with you?
Yeah, it's some asshole.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, Jeff. Man, I thought it was at your house. That's why I was like, now we know where she's at. My bad. She's still fucking in Canada.
Get her next week. Shipping could take a while.
It makes Rick look real suspicious if, you know, she's at Caribou's now.
Shit, I am in a hotel. It is kind of seedy. Am I paying by the hour? Is the company paying by the hour? Actually, I should look into that. I wouldn't be surprised.
You've been keeping it real dark in there.
You know what all your neighbors are up to.
And I got a big smile on my face too, which you could tell if, you know, it wasn't so dark.
We know that one of your neighbors can't drive.
No, at least not backwards. Like, fuck.
They're just fucking in there. They keep on hitting it.
At the point where I'm actually getting more and more curious. Like after because I've been hearing noise out my window fucking the entire time, and then
Dude, go look and see what kind of vehicle that is.
People that can actually hear that, and then you start thinking about it a little bit more. It's like, what the fuck are they actually?
They've been all the way down the street in reverse. Like, fucking.
Probably more.
If you drive in an 18-wheeler, it's got to be an 18-wheeler. After all that.
All right, now I'm curious. This would be great. So in the meantime.
Fucking drilling company. There's more than one vehicle out there. There was the Econoline, which is probably their crew van, but there's a fucking big pickup with a bunch of drilling equipment behind it.
You're gonna have a great night.
Yeah, it should be. Yay. And maybe they'll figure out how to fucking shut it down by midnight or something like that. Be like fucking instead of the partying that you get usually in hotels, people up above you, fucking thump, bang, slash, smash, crash, and all that shit. Just beep, 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 wide load.
Some of the comments are good. Amazon delivery driver got lost.
Oh, it could be. Fuck. At least got the window shut, so it's you guys don't get to beep, but it's funny because I'm paying attention to it now, real sharp.
They're gonna start playing off each other. Burp, burp, beep, burp, beep, burp. Start making beats out there.
Good. Well, guys, what do you figure? About time to shut her down? Been a great night.
Oh
Had a
yeah.
good time.
I could go
Alright.
finish some Chinese food.
I got some of that too, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are making me
I got the
jealous.
best fried rice in Chicago.
Nice. This dude's in
Is that-
Jersey and complaining that we got Chinese food. You probably got the best Chinese food fucking 30 feet away from you.
It's literally, right a block away. Yeah, it's decent. Just like everything else. I can get anything in literally a block.
That's rad.
Not always.
It's got a tough balance.
Life. I can't wait to get out, man. I can't wait to get out of the city. Get up in the burbs, have a little bit more breathing room and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Less traffic, cleaner air.
Yeah, I'm
Decent.
not a city person. I like my small towns. It seems like every time I move to a different town or whatever, it gets smaller than the last one, and it's like I get more and more comfortable than the last one too. It sucks because you don't get like a lot of shit you got to travel to go find it if you're actually wanting it because you got like 2 stores in your whole fucking town. But it's quiet. Nobody fucks with you. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. Cheers. Thanks for coming on. Cheers, Jack. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah,
Fun
Jeff,
hanging
thanks
out.
for coming on, man.
Oh yeah, it's a good time, you guys.
Absolutely.
If you're willing.
Yeah.
Always
Thanks
enjoy
so
your
much
company.
for the chat.
Oh yeah, I'll come back. You guys are fun to bust your balls. You guys take it
Oh
well.
yeah. Hey man, that's personal.
Thanks for coming on, Jeff. Thank you.
Profit
Thank
will
you,
bend
bro.
over even further for you next time too. So he's
I'm warming up to him. Yeah.
yeah. All right, everyone in chat, we love you. Thanks for your support. Chat was rocking tonight, but it's a little bit of the ADD only allows me to pay attention to one or the other. So, Jeff, once again, great hanging out with you. We'll be back
Good time, bro.
Friday night with our usual shit show, and we'll definitely be looking to get you back on before too long, there, RJ. And,
Oh yeah. The people seem to like it in the comments.
Sweet man.
All righty. All right, everyone. Have a
Chat.
good night.